Good evening and welcome to Toledo, Ohio tonight. We're in the suburb of Ottawa Hills as we get ready for the marquee game of Northwest Ohio tonight, at least as it involves our world. And tonight, the TAC championship on the line for a third consecutive year. Tonight, it's a matchup of state-ranked teams here at Ottawa Hills, the 9-0 Edon Bombers against the 7-1 Ottawa Hills Green Bears. Good evening, Andy Brigle with you here tonight as we welcome you into the pregame show being brought to you this week and each and every week, of course, by our good friends at Allied Molded Products. Think inside the box at Allied Molded Products. We mentioned that this is a third consecutive season that the TAC title's on the line. Ottawa Hills has drubbed Edon the last 2 years, including last year's 54-7 win at Edon. Times have changed for both teams in terms of some personnel. It's still a matter of both teams having veteran football teams, multiple starters back. You look at what Edon, 9 starters came back on both sides of the ball, while Ottawa Hills returned 8 starters. Both teams advanced to the postseason a year ago. And really, we were talking here tonight that this game couldn't come at a better time with the playoffs for both teams looming next week, and both of them will have home games in week number 11. But it is so good to have this game where you have a playoff atmosphere and a playoff-like game here in week number 10. A lot of similarities between these two. They have rolled through their schedules for the most part, although Ottawa Hills has the one blemish, the loss in opening week to a really good Gibsonburg team. And Edon has steamrolled everybody they have played, with the exception of Edgerton and for most of the night against Whiteford, Michigan. But for Edon, they have had one game this year. That was Edgerton in week 1, where a running clock was not involved in some way, shape, or form in the game. Ottawa Hills has had very similar situations. We are going to have athletes in space all over the place tonight. That'll certainly be one of the keys, but also up front. Remember, the last couple of years, Ottawa Hills had as good of an offensive and defensive line as you would find at the D6, D7 level. Most of those kids gone. 3 of those starters, and 3 of the starters that they lost from their units from last year all came on that offensive and defensive line, but they've had an entire season to get seasoned and have played well, maybe not quite as well as that year's group. But and you have 2 great quarterbacks who are having sensational senior seasons. Kyler Sapp from Edon, Chase Miller from Ottawa Hills. We'll dive into numbers. We have playoff scenarios as the night rolls on. And, oh, by the way, a fantastic football game on what you couldn't ask for a much better week number 10. We begin the night with temperatures in the upper 50s. We'll stay in the 50s throughout the evening. And not a cloud in sight as far as rain clouds here this evening, so we're going to have picture-perfect Week 10 weather. We'll step aside on the Allied Molded Products pregame show. When we come back, our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the head coaches, Bob Olwyn from Edon and Brandon Carter from Ottawa Hills, join us next on B-Rock Sports.
Congratulations, Bombers, from Dimension Hardwood Veneers in Edon. Did you know that Dimension buys trees? Contact them today to sell your trees. Call 419-272-2245 to set up an appointment for them to come and look at them and give you a quote. Dimension Hardwood Veneers is a family-owned business and has been a supporter of Edon Athletics for over 46 years. Good luck in tonight's game. Work hard and keep striving to be the best. From everyone at Dimension Hardwood Veneers in Edon. When the time comes for you to buy or sell a home, you need a realtor who is on your team. Someone who will coach you through the buying and selling process and outline the strategy for you to have a successful transaction. That someone is Misty King from Amerimaid Realty. Misty has been a team player in the real estate industry for 23 years and has an award-winning reputation for getting good results. The Amerimaid Realty team is also a top-ranking team, and together they'll help you make a smooth move to your new home. So when it's time to buy or sell, give Misty King and the Amerimaid team a call at 419-633-4997 or visit them on the web at amerimaidhomes.com. Are you ready to tackle your next projects with the best equipment in town? Then look no further than Black Swamp Equipment, serving Bryant, Archbold, and Defiance. Right now, we have incredible deals on Steel chainsaws. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a weekend warrior, Steel has you covered. And that's not all. Need to chip or split that wood? We've got you covered with wood chipper and wood splitter rentals too. But wait, there's more. Our Milwaukee tool sale is happening now. Upgrade your tool kit with top quality Milwaukee tools at unbeatable prices. Stop in or give us a call to discover everything that's on sale. Black Swamp Equipment. Locations in Bryan, Archbold, and Defiance. Welcome back to the pregame show. Time now for our conversation with the coach, presented by Brian Ford Lincoln. And we are talking with Edon head coach Bob Olwin. And Bob, sounds like kids came out last Friday night, took care of business, did what you were supposed to. What were some of your takeaways from the win over Richmond Heights on Friday?
Well, I thought we executed early and got ahead of them real quick, and that's what we planned to do. And we scored on the first play and played good defense, turned them over, got the ball back in short fields, and kept scoring. They're a beginning program, and their kids play hard. They're just they don't know the game very well right now. And everything, but they were a nice group of kids and nice coaching staff, and we were happy to host them last week and move on with our season to week 10.
Did you see everything you wanted to on the field from your kids on Friday night? I mean, we're at week number 9. I know fine-tuning, still working to get better, but did you see the things that you wanted to see out of your guys Friday night?
I believe we did. We caught the ball. We executed offensively. The varsity kept them out of the end zone and got pressure on the quarterback, covered pretty well. And special teams, except for missing a extra point or two, did their assignment. So we were happy with the performance, but we can definitely get better, and that's what we're trying to do this week because we're going to need to.
Well, let's talk about your opponent Friday night. Tell me what you know about Ottawa Hills.
Well, I know every number of every player that starts. I don't know any of their names, so I don't look. I don't know if I've shared this with you in the past, but when I was in the MAC conference at Versailles, I stopped looking at rosters way back then because everybody had 22 kids that weighed over 220 pounds, and I got scared every week, so I stopped looking at rosters. So I still don't look at rosters, and I just watch film, know what number plays well, what number needs some improvement, and what number we're going to attack, and the same thing, we look to see who we have to stop and the plays and special teams and everything, and so we try to find an edge that way.
So what has the tape shown you about Ottawa Hills? Sounds like they've got some athletic specialty kids.
Well, we played them last year for the title, and they were very good. They lost 5 kids from that team, so they have everybody back. We lost 3 kids from our team, and we got a lot of returning kids. I think the last 4 years we've played for the league title, if I'm correct. And we won 2, and they won last year. No, they won the last 2, beat us 24-20, and we had opportunities to win that game. And then last year, like I said, we made some mistakes, didn't do what we needed to fundamentally, and they beat us pretty well. So, you know, we owe them to repay the favor, but it's a tall task, you know, because Rocco Cizzarelli or whatever, and his brother Reddick, and the quarterback's a lefty that's very smooth. They have aggressive kids. They play a 3-3-5 defense. and they've played it for at least 3 years, and so they know what they're doing, and we know what we're doing. So it's going to come down to whose kids make the most plays and who wants to be a champion.
Seems like this is, Bob, it seems like this is the type of game where all those little things that you preach during the season, just fine-tuning these little things, seems like this is the type of game that those things just lead to big things.
Definitely, the little things always add up to wins and losses. You drop a pass here, you fumble here, you miss a tackle, and special teams gives up a big return, or you block a punt. All those things that you take for granted sometimes shows its ugly head in these kind of games. So we just have to go, and we don't have to be perfect. We just have to play up to our ability and let the cards fall where they do. So it won't be from lack of effort if we're not successful, but what a way to finish the season, 10-game season, with a win and be a 10-0 record and league title and so forth. If we're able to accomplish that on Friday, but we're just grateful to have the opportunity.
It's our conversation with the coach, presented by Brian Ford Lincoln, talking with Edon head coach Bob Olwin. Bob, always appreciate the time. Best of luck in this one.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate the coverage. Go Bombers.
There you go. We'll take a break. More to come after this timeout.
With an independent insurance agent, you can be sure that you're getting the right coverage at the right price. At Best Insurance and Financial Services, it's all about relationships. We work one-on-one with you to make sure your auto, home, farm, or business is protected by a quality insurance company. That's why we work with Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. We know you can trust Ohio Mutual to protect what matters most to you and your family. Once you see how Ohio Mutual cares for your needs, you'll trust them as well. Give us a call at 419-272-2888. We can recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Are you in need of quality furniture and appliances? Look no further than DirectLink Appliance and Furniture. With Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, and Ashley Furniture, and Jamieson mattresses, and new to the store, Molecule mattresses. Made right in Auburn, Indiana. You'll find everything you need for your home. Plus, our trained technicians provide service to all makes and models of appliances. With unbeatable prices and impeccable customer service, DirectLink Appliance and Furniture is your one-stop shop for all your home needs. Don't wait. Shop DirectLink Appliance and Furniture today.
Congratulations, Bombers, from M&M Asphalt. If you're in need of a driveway or parking lot repaired, call M&M Asphalt in Edon. There's still time to get it done before the snow starts flying. Just call M&M Asphalt at 419-272-2054 and let the professionals take care of it for you. M&M Asphalt will get your drive or lot looking great with years of professional experience to do the job right. Call M&M Asphalt today, 419-272-2054. That's 419-272-2054. M&M Asphalt in Edon, wishing the Bombers good luck in tonight's game. As we continue on with our pregame show, we continue on with our conversation with the coach, presented by Brian Ford Lincoln, and we are talking with Ottawa Hills frontman Brandon Carter. And, well, Brandon, sounds like last Friday night, kids went on the road, took care of business, walk out with a win. What were some of your takeaways from the game on Friday night?
Well, the biggest thing is we came out healthy. That was the biggest thing. Obviously, we were coming off of a bye week, so we honestly needed to knock some rust off, and I feel like we did. We got things clicking as the game went on and kind of got in our comfort zone. We missed a couple throws early that I think it was just a matter of timing and not having the game the week before. But overall, we executed. The guys came out and they took care of business. I told them championship teams don't play to the level of the competition, whether it's a good team, bad team, mediocre team, whatever. We always approach it the same way every week, no matter if we playing the 85 Bears or whoever. Like, we always approach it the same, and they've had that approach every week, and that's really shown me that these guys are really matured as a team this year.
Well, we're heading into the final week of the regular season. Everyone wants to be playing their best football of the year at this time of the year. I guess the million-dollar question for you, do you feel like these guys are playing their best of the season right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, honestly, us losing week one has definitely helped us get to this point. We've learned so much from it, and I feel like you don't want to peak too early. And I think sometimes some teams peak too early, and then they're kind of just backing into the playoffs and the end of the regular season. But I feel like our guys have gotten better and better and better each week, and we just make sure as a coaching staff that we keep pushing them to be better.
All right, so week 10, you welcome in an undefeated Edon team. Tell me what you know about them.
Well, Bob does a good job with those guys, man. I mean, they're 5 wide. They're going to spread it out. Those guys will make sure that they get their playmakers the ball in space, too. Kyler Sapp, he's a 4-year starter. He's been doing it for a while now. He commands the offense, and he's a general out there. He makes sure that those guys are where they're supposed to be. And that's the biggest thing with them, too. Like, with all of the things that they do, we just got to make sure we're communicating on defense and our guys don't get out of position, and I think we'll have a decent chance.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, Brandon, because we talk so much about being able to tackle in space when you play a team like that. On both sides, you have to, Edon has to, that sort of thing. But you mentioned the communication. I mean, that's an important thing, isn't it? I mean, we can't undersell just how important it is that the guys are communicating when they're out there.
Yeah, and I mean, it works on both sides of the ball, not just on defense, but offensively, too, whether those guys are blitzing and our linemen need to know who they're picking up, et cetera. And then obviously on the defensive side of the ball too, those guys are communicating. We just got to all 11 guys on each side of the ball has to be on one accord for this thing to work. Because if you get 10 doing the right thing and one not doing the right thing, then on offense it could cost us. You know, whether it's losing yardage on that play, an interception, et cetera. On defense, it could cost us a touchdown or a first down. So we just got to make sure both sides of the ball, everything is cohesive and everything is copacetic, and then we should have a pretty good shot this Friday.
You know, Brandon, a big game like this, how important is it that the guys stay even keel? What I'm getting at, not too high on the highs, not too low on the lows, because you know you'll have some ebbs and flows in big games like this.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, I feel like the Port Clinton game, honestly, I think it'll prepare us for this game because they're the same type of offense. They're spread 5 wide. And they're a high-powered offense. And we faced some adversity in that game. Like, there were times when we were up, and there was times that we were down, too, and our guys showed a lot of heart and a lot of character being able to deal with adversity, which they've been dealing with all year. They handled it gracefully and in stride. And those guys, no matter if we're up or down, like, they're focused and they're not getting down at each other and pointing fingers at each other. They just stick together. That was our biggest thing, too. It's just like you guys are brothers, man. No matter what, stick together and have each other's backs, and they've kind of taken that wholeness and ran with it.
You know, Brandon, I know you and the coaching staff will have a game plan, great put together. You'll have tape. You'll be ready for what Edon is going to do. But at the same time, how important is that balance between being aware and ready for what your opponent's going to do and still not lose sight? We need to do what Ottawa Hills needs to do to be successful.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing, though. It's just a matter of us executing the game plan. We obviously, as a coaching staff, put together the game plan, and the guys just have to go out and execute it. If we do that, honestly, and it's no disrespect to Edon or any other teams that we have played or will play, but we will always have a chance to win if we do the things that we're supposed to do, that those guys are coached to do, and they execute, and they're in position to make the plays and making the plays. We'll always have an opportunity to win. I'm not saying we're always going to win, but at least that gives us a chance or opportunity to win.
It's our conversation with the coach presented by Brian Ford Lincoln, catching up with Ottawa Hills head coach Brandon Carter. Brandon, it's been nice to chat over the last couple of weeks. Appreciate the time. Best of luck in this one.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Stay with us. More on the pregame show when we come back.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Your Williams County Health Department is here for you, providing essential services like immunizations, WIC nutritional programs, food safety inspections, and protecting drinking water. This is not a new tax. It's a renewal of the operational levy that helps keep our community safe and healthy. Voting yes on November 5th will ensure continued support without increasing your taxes. Please support your Williams County Health Department, paid for by the Williams County Combined Health District Levy Committee. Todd Burkholder, Treasurer.
Always supporting student athletes and coaches in the Edon School District, the Edon Athletic Boosters. The Edon Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Edon Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Edon Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Edon. Welcome back out here to Ottawa Hills High School as we inch closer to the opening kick tonight in this matchup of Titans here in the TAC as they play for a title for the third straight season. Let's go inside the numbers. I mean, you just look at team and individual numbers, and you can see how dominant both these teams have been all season. Ottawa Hills outscoring opponents 360-87 on the year. And again, that covers 8 games because they had a bye week, never were able to replace Cardinal Stritch a couple of weeks ago. The only loss for Ottawa Hills in week 1 against Gibsonburg, 26-7. The only other real game they were in was a win over Port Clinton back on September 13th, 37-30. 4-year starter Chase Miller has thrown for 1,462 yards. Terrific touchdown to INT ratio, 22 TD passes, and just 5 picks on the season. Rocco Pillarelli is one of the premier backs in not just the TAC, but in all of Northwest Ohio. He has 1,222 yards and 13 touchdowns, averaging a whopping 11 yards per carry. But you can't just focus on Rocco because brother Reddick Pillarelli on the jet sweeps, who has speed to burn, and Chase Miller on those zone read keeps is fantastic. Reddick Pillarelli, the leading receiver, 36 catches for 507 and 6 touchdowns, while Jackson Snyder has 20 catches for 379 and 8 touchdowns on the season. Kyler Sapp has had a dream senior season. He has accounted for over 2,900 scrimmage yards. He's thrown for 2,462 on the year and has a fantastic completion percentage of 68%, 36 touchdown passes, and has thrown only 2 interceptions. So that is the biggest leap that Kyler has taken this year, protecting the football, checking down to receivers, finding the second, third, and fourth options, and not forcing throws, trusting what his eyes see. And you throw in what he's done on the ground as the leading rusher with 436 yards and 9 touchdowns. So he's accounted for 45 touchdowns on the season in just those 2 INTs. Cohen Hulbert also a threat at 186 on the ground, but they don't go to him all that much unless it's mostly a short yardage situation. Leading receivers on the year, it's a good double duo here of Kendall Brigle and Max Radebaugh, 52 catches apiece. Radebaugh 784, Kendall Brigle 650 in terms of yards, 8 touchdowns for Radebaugh, 9 for Kendall Brigle. But it's not just them. Cohen Hulbert with 29 receptions. Eli Dickman has caught 23 balls, and Colton Willis has 19 receptions on the season. So Edon, one of the big team leaps that they have taken is the improvement that they have made on the defensive side of things for the 2024 season. That was an issue for them the last couple of years. Last year, of course, they were blitzed in the postseason and knocked out by Macomb 57-0 after defeating Waynesfield Goshen. Bob Olin last week, congratulations to him, picked up career win number 250 in a 46-year head coaching career. 34 of those wins have come at Edon as he is now in his 5th year there. Brandon Carter, sensational start to his head coaching career. This is his 2nd year. He is 18-3, and you look at some of the superlatives for Ottawa Hills. Last year, 11-2, one of the best years in school history. They have had 6 straight winning seasons. The 2 playoff wins last year were record for a single season for Ottawa Hills in a single year. The first time ever they've won 2 playoff games. As they try for the three-peat of the TAC, they have defeated Edon the last 2 years, including last year 54-7 in a game back in Edon. But if you look at the last 19 meetings between the two, it's a 10-9 Edon split. It's just been the last couple of years have belonged to Ottawa Hills. You look at, we talked a little bit about Ottawa Hills' schedule. Edon, as we talked in our open, has played just one game that did not have a running clock. That was the Edgerton game. And remember, they had to rally from multiple scores down in that opener and ended up winning double digits, 36-26. And then from there, 55-6 over Antwerp, 48-8 over Hicksville, 41-7 over Margaretta, 50-20 over Whiteford, Michigan. A perennial Michigan power. That game was close for about 3.5 quarters, and then Edon opened it up in the fourth. 43-12 over Montpelier, 37-6 over Northwood, 47-6 over Hilltop, and 47-6 last week over Richmond Heights. The last 3 games, Edon has allowed just 6 points in each game. In fact, single digits in 6 of the 9 games this season. So that kind of magnifies the improvement that they have had on the defensive side of things. This is, as we said, the biggest game in Northwest Ohio in terms of what's at stake for both teams. You have other big games tonight around the area. Montpelier's at Hilltop in the battle for the Hipclot Spittoon, and North Central's at Reading, Michigan. North Central, despite just the 3 wins, has an outside chance. They are not mathematically eliminated from getting to the Division 7 postseason. Tenora can win the GMC title outright tonight if they knock off Edgerton at home. Fairview's at Hicksville, Antwerp at Paulding, and Ayersville at Wayne Trace. That Antwerp-Paulding game has playoff implications. A Paulding win puts them in. An Antwerp win gives them a really good chance to get in, as they would pull an upset over a couple of division higher team in Paulding. Liberty Center trying to keep that string on the line, and what they've done in the NWOAL, where they have thoroughly dominated that conference. They'll try to finish off another perfect season at Wauseon tonight. Patrick Henry's at Swanton. Brian is at Archibald in a game on our sister station, Q96.5. Delta's at Evergreen in a matchup that has playoff implications as well. Ottawa Glandorf at Defiance in the WBL tonight. Defiance is a team that is going to get in, but will they get a home game or will it be on the road? Southview at Napoleon, and a huge one in the Northwest Conference, Columbus Grove at Bluffton. We'll step aside, take our final pregame break. Kickoff just minutes away on B-Rock Sports.
Downtown Bryan, Ohio has become quite the shopping destination in the past few years, thanks in part to Elian's Boutique, the Maddox Men's Emporium, and Faith and Grace Baby Boutique. These incredible stores offer something for everyone, featuring men's and women's apparel, newborn and kids apparel, maternity wear, specialty foods and drinks, barware, jewelry and accessories, giftable items, and much, much more. They're located on the east side of the square in downtown Bryan and open weekdays 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 3. So come to downtown Bryan, Ohio, and visit the Elian's family of stores for all your shopping needs.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408.
It's a milestone moment at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union. For 7 decades, we've been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Here's to the next 70 years and beyond. A future where our communities thrive and Midwest Community continues to be your partner in success.
Welcoming you back here to Ottawa Hills High School on what is their senior night tonight here at Ottawa Hills. The pregame show has been brought to you by Allied Molded Products. Think inside the box at Allied Molded Products. Officials working the game tonight. The referee is Michael Mankey, and his crew includes Alexander Parton, Greg Daniels, Scott Brubaker, and Jeff Richmond. They have this big matchup tonight here in the Toledo area. We mentioned terrific weather for the occasion tonight for this one, and couldn't be more excited. We were pumped up as far as back as a couple of weeks ago when we knew this game was going to come into fruition. And just one of the more picturesque settings you'll find in high school football, a beautiful turf field, beautiful field in the middle of a very affluent Ottawa Hills community and neighborhood. It just reeks of small town football nestled in a metropolitan city. Hey, has it been a while since you've had a Mose Hopper? It's been a while for me. They're available now. I don't know if you knew this, in containers now. You can grab the Mose Hopper, the original Mose Hoppers from Sam's Place in Blakesley at Cookies on Demand, M&D Carryout in Edgerton, the Edon Main Stop, and the Ice House in Bryan. Inching closer to opening kickoff here tonight as we welcome you in to this matchup between Edon and the Ottawa Hills Green Bears. We'll keep you updated on all those games happening around Northwest Ohio tonight. And again, at the intermission of this game, we will dive into some of those playoff scenarios for these teams. I guess the good news, if you're an Edon or Ottawa Hills fan, you know where you're going next week. You're going to have home games. Nothing's going to change that, what happens in this game tonight. However, they're both thinking that if they win tonight, it would be double home games in the postseason should they win next week, because top 4 seeds in the region get 2 home games. So a ton of computer points on the line along with that TAC championship. By the way, good conversation up here tonight, how the Toledo Area Athletic Conference a little more than a week ago, basically a conference that many felt was on life support, saved itself by being proactive rather than reactive by welcoming in new members to the conference from some friends in southern Michigan. We mentioned Whiteford earlier, Erie Mason, Summerfield. They'll all be joining the conference. North Central will be stepping in next year as well. So now you're going to have an 8-team conference, 7 conference games, because Northwood was leaving after this year. And without that move, it just so happened that it matched up with what was going on in the that Southern Michigan conference, that they were able to pull that together and have a functioning TAC now for the time being. Ottawa Hills in their all-black uniforms with the green numbers, including the black helmets. Edon with their all-white unis, blue numbers and blue helmets. Ottawa Hills is going to get their hands on the football first. The dangerous Pillarelli brothers are deep. Reddick and Rocco are standing near their 15-yard line, ready to receive this Kyler Sapp kickoff here tonight. Terrific crowd on hand as we anticipated. Edon traveling well. They're standing up around the fence on that far side, a couple deep. Ottawa Hills here having their senior night crowd on hand. They've rolled the last 2 years, but Edon's thinking it's time for redemption here and trying to put the brakes on this 2-game losing skid. Sapp is ready to get us underway, and off we go from Ottawa Hills. Far side, it will be Reddick Pillarelli. Middle return 30, hurls his way, and he's flipped over, tumbles ahead to about the 35-yard line, and that's where Ottawa Hills will start with the football, first down and 10. Chase Miller, a deceptive quarterback. He does and has that zone read down pat here in this offense. They'll give you a lot of motion looks. They utilize their weapons extremely well. Brandon Carter calls a really good game for Ottawa Hills. This is a terrific coaching staff. We already knew that about Edon, but we like to fill in the blanks about teams that our local teams face. They do a fantastic job of calling games on both sides. One of their assistants was a former defensive coordinator at the University of Toledo a few years back. They'll stack 2 receivers to the right. 1 receiver goes left. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. It's a pistol look offensively. Man comes in motion. It's Reddick Pillarelli. It'll be a screen to Reddick Pillarelli. He makes the catch at the 30. Edon rallies to the football extremely well. Their leading tackler on the year, Cohen Holbert, gets there first. It's a gain of a couple on the play, and it'll be second down, and we'll call it 7 because he gets 3 to the 38-yard line. Ottawa Hills moves right to left in this opening quarter of play. Hash mark to the near side is where they have the football. Edon with 4 down linemen on that first snap. They have been very active. That's where maybe they have made the biggest leap on the defensive end, is getting their line or their D line a lot more active and into the opponent's backfield. One receiver right, Twins to the left, Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Reddick comes in motion. They'll give to Rocco Pillarelli off the right side. Has some room initially, crosses the 40 to about the 42 or 3-yard line. Tripped up on the play by Caden Stantz. He's going to be a couple of yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for Ottawa Hills at their 43-yard line. First possession of the night on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. We are scoreless, a little more than a minute in here in Ottawa Hills. Chase Miller having the plays signaled by Brandon Carter on the near sideline. 3rd and 2 for Ottawa Hills. Play clock down to 10 as the Green Bears break the huddle. It'll be an empty backfield. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Now they'll flip our receiver over to the left. Play clock at 2 at 1. And they fumble the snap. And on one hop, Miller has it, but he's running for his life. And he will be swarmed for a loss back at the 37-yard line. Briggs Gallahue and Parker Kelly get there, and that was a play that was busted kind of from the get-go. They looked hurried as they got to the line of scrimmage, and then the snap was juggled by Miller, and it'll be a 3-and-out for Ottawa Hills. So a great start for the Edon defense as Stantz will go back for the Bombers, awaiting this Teddy Sapersky punt from the 25-yard line. Sapersky, a left-footed kicker, does a really serviceable job in this role. Edon with a return on, and that's a twisting, turning punt that Stantz will field at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Bombers will get their first possession of the night. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line as that high-powered offense of the Bombers, averaging north of 40-plus a game, will come onto the field for the first time. It'll be officially spotted for Edon at their own 24-yard line. 1st down and 10. Edon will send 2 receivers right and left with Holbert in the backfield. 3 down linemen for Ottawa Hills. We'll see how aggressive they get defensively against Edon. The give is to the halfback, Holbert, who will battle his way forward to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. So give him 4 on the run, and it will be 2nd down and 6 out at the 27-yard line. Quickly back on the ball, 5-wide look. Twins to the left, trips to the right. The 3 receiver set to the short side of the field on 2nd down and 7. Sapp gets the snap. Has some time against that 3-man. Now a 4-man rush comes. He'll dump it to Cohen Holbert, who is going to be chopped down near the line of scrimmage. Coming up to make the play for the Green Bears was Nick Anderson among their leading tacklers. It'll be a gain of 1, and Edon will stare at a 3rd down and 6 on the play. 3rd and 6 at their own 28-yard line. No score between Edon and Ottawa Hills, who are a little more than 3 minutes in here in this Week 10 battle on a Friday night as fans are continuing to file in here. 4 receivers come to the right, 1 receiver left, so an empty look. Plenty of time on the play clock. It's at 11. 3rd down and 6. Sapp back to throw, looks down the seam, got a man open, in and out of the hands of Max Radebaugh, who could not bring it in. Not sure if maybe he heard footsteps. Chase Miller broke off his man as the safety, and the Tampa 2 look to come over and apply some pressure on Radebaugh, and Max unable to complete the catch, and that will fall to the turf. And just like Ottawa Hills, Edon will be looking at a punting situation in a 3-and-out. It was there. Seam route was there. Sapp awaiting the punt snap at his 15. Reddick Pillarelli is near the 40-yard line. They set up the return. It's a wobbler that will be kicked away from Pillarelli beautifully. We saw Montpelier do a great job of that last week as it dribbles out of bounds. No score. Ottawa Hills 2nd possession when we come back in 30.
Your friends at your neighborhood Edon Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Edon, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Edon Farmers Co-op.
1st and 10, Ottawa Hills. 2 receivers both ways. The zone read keep by Miller. 30, 35, 40. Cut back, look out. He's at midfield. 1 man to beat. 40, 30, 20. See you later. Touchdown, Chase Miller, Ottawa Hills. 67 yards on that beautiful zone read keep. And once he found daylight, the vision of Chase Miller, the cut to the far side, and he quickly was in the end zone. And now, the way Ottawa Hills lines up for extra points, they have 5 guys to the left, 1 guy to the right, 4 linemen, and now the swinging gate will bring them over to a more conventional look here. But you have to honor that in the extra point attempt. There's the big play capability that both these teams have, but Miller is able to bust one. On for the extra point is Micah Walker, a senior place kicker. A juggle of the snap. The holder did a great job in getting it down, Snyder, and it's banged through by Walker. So the big play, 67 yards. Miller gets Ottawa Hills on the board first, 7-0. We'll be right back.
Peltz Lumber of Montpelier and Pioneer is here to serve you. Not only have they been offering the finest in building materials for generations, but they also have a website with over 80,000 items for you to browse right at your fingertips and in your own home. Just go to peltzlumber.com and hit the products button, and there it is. Tools, hardware, lumberyard, and building materials, windows, doors, kitchen, and bath. Check out all the items you need and the prices, and stop by the store in Montpelier or Pioneer, or give them a call at 419-485-3059. Peltz Lumber, building for a new generation.
Quick update also in the TAC tonight. Montpelier a 7-0 lead on Hilltop. Liberty Center leads Wauseon 7-0 as well. Welcome back here to Ottawa Hills as we get ready for Edon's second possession of the night. Chase Miller, the quarterback, going 67 yards on the zone read keep. Had some room initially to get maybe, the 10-15 yards, but then that vision, and he bounced it from the middle of the field to the right, to the far side, and found his way to the end zone with that speed. Evergreen leads Delta 7-0. It's been a really good year for both of those teams who have flown under the radar. Here is the kick away for the Green Bears. It'll be received on the far side by Radabaugh. He'll take a knee at the 24-yard line as Liberty Center is added to their lead, 14-0 over a Wauseon team that will be overwhelmed in that game, like Liberty Center has done to so many teams. So can Edon get something humming here on this second drive of the night as they'll officially begin it at their own 25-yard line with a first down and 10. Went 3 and out on their first possession, but so did Ottawa Hills. Montpelier extends to a 14-0 lead over Hilltop. 2-by-2 look with receivers. Holbert is a right halfback next to Sapp. Now Holbert goes in motion to the far side. They'll swing it to him and met immediately, read beautifully by Teddy Zapersky, and it'll be a loss of about 3 on the play, and it'll be second and long. Ottawa Hills, you can tell that was a play that was pretty well scouted because no hesitation by Zapersky, who went and found the football immediately. It's officially a loss of 2, so it's second and a dozen for Edon. Trailing 7-0, 7.5 to play, opening quarter. Quadruple receivers to the right, 1 receiver left, so an empty look for Kyler Sapp in the backfield. 4 rushers, little tunnel screen to the near side. It'll be caught. Dickman running across the 30, stretches to about the 32-yard line on that catch and run. Gets him maybe 9 on the play, a couple yards shy of the first down. Officially, it'll be 3rd and 3. Coming up to make that stop for the Green Bears was Jackson Snyder, ball hawk in the secondary. This was an intriguing matchup on both sides. We mentioned athletes in space for both teams, so how each team's secondary were able to cover their wide receivers or cover their skill guys. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Holbert in the backfield on a 3rd down and 3 for Edon at their own 32. 4 down linemen, but the backers show that they're coming. It'll be a wide screen pass to Radabaugh far side. Radabaugh with a stiff arm has the football, fumbled the football, but fumbled it out of bounds. I meant to say has the first down, fumbled it out of bounds, but has the necessary yardage to get the first down to the 36-yard line as he picks up 4 on the play. Edon will have their first down of the night. Huge matchup in the Northwest Conference tonight for the championship. Columbus Grove, I know it's a little farther south for us, but Grove leading Bluffton 7-0. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left for this 5-wide Edon look. Empty backfield for Kyler Sapp. 1st and 10 at the 36. Sapp with pressure off the edge. There's that wide receiver screen to Kendall Brigle, who will have 10 on the screen play. Teddy Zaberski wrapped him up around the ankles, and it will be a gain of 10 and give Edon a first down. No, now they spot him back shy of the 46-yard line. Let's wait and see where they officially spot this. Now they have given him a first down, yeah. The near side official moved it back maybe a yard and a half. The far side says first down. He already had moved the chains. So it's a 1st and 10 Edon at their own 46-yard line. Green Bears lead the Bombers 7-0 midway through quarter number 1 here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Twins right and left. Hulbert, the running back, on 1st and 10. Sapp throws a screen again, far side. Pass is caught right about at midfield. He'll fight his way down to about the 47-yard line. First trip into Ottawa Hills territory. Chase Miller, who has the Green Bears touchdown, brings him down at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. Dink and dunk underneath here. These are run plays in the Edon offense, just extended run plays on those screens either way. 3 receivers bunch right, 2 receivers stacked to the left on 2nd down and 3. Sapp with a 4-man rush, fires far side. Pass is juggled and held onto at the 40-yard line by Kendall Brigle. That'll be enough for a first down and a gain of 7 on the play as Edon is starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Archbold leads Bryan 7-0 in an NWOAL matchup. As we told you, it's 14-0 Montpelier on top of Hilltop as we keep you updated on games around the area. 7-0 Ottawa Hills here. 1st and 10 Edon, though, at the Green Bears 40. Inside give goes to Hulbert. Little stutter step move in the hole and then fights it down to the 36-yard line. Good open field tackle by Teddy Zapersky, who has been active here in the early going. Keeps Hulbert at a gain of 3 to the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for this Edon offense. 4:45 to go, quarter number 1. Week 10 in Ottawa Hills. Chase Miller has a 67-yard TD run for the game's only points. Play clock is still got plenty of time on it at 15, as Edon now will break out of that semicircle, not quite a huddle. 5 wide look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. On 2nd and 7 for Edon at the 37 of Ottawa Hills. 4 rushers coming at Sapp. Good protection initially. Now it breaks down. Sapp scrambles, looks downfield, finds Brigle, who cannot hang on. It was broken up on the play. Great job that time by Chase Miller, who came up and dislodged the football. So now it'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Green Bears for the Bombers at the Green Bears 37-yard line. Probably 4-down territory here for Edon, unless maybe a sack would happen or high snap or something like that. But if it's manageable at the 37 of Ottawa Hills, they'd go for it. 5 receiver look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. 3rd and 7 for Edon at the 37. Quick pass on a little curl route. It's caught, and great job by Hulbert, not just to make the catch, but then struggle out of the grasp of Nick Anderson to move the chains to the 28-yard line and get 9 on the play. So 1st and 10, Bombers. Your money downs at any level are what win you football games and championships. How do you perform on 3rd down and sometimes 4th down, more times than not, will win you games. And Edon's been money on this drive. 3 receivers bunch left, 1 receiver right. Hulbert, the running back, on 1st and 10 at the 28. Sapp steps away, can't get away from pressure as he's going to go down. Sandwiched on the play, Christian Craver and Sterling Caracas, a D-line that we saw be very active last week, finally able to get home here on Kyler Sapp and dump him for a loss back at the 33-yard line. So it's -5 on the play. Ottawa Glandorf leads Defiance 3-0 in a big points game there in the WBL. Here it's 7-0 Ottawa Hills on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Edon with a 2nd and 15 back at the 33 of Ottawa Hills. This snap going to happen at the just under 3-minute mark. 2-by-2 look receiver-wise. Hulbert in the backfield as the right halfback. High snap to Sapp. Tunnel screen far side. Ball going to be cut down. Knifing in defensively was Mitchell Eidenauer, who makes the play. Mitch, a senior DB. And that will be another loss on the play, coming back to the 34-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 16 for Edon. This will be the 12th play of this Edon drive. Archibald leads Bryan 14-0 in the NWOAL. That game over on our sister station, Q96.5. So 3rd and long for Edon. 3rd down and 16, back at the 34. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ottawa Hills shows blitz, but they rush only 4. Sapp slings it far side. Pass is caught by... No, it is going to be incomplete. They say out of bounds was the receiver, and that was intended for Cohen Hulbert. So now the drive is really stalled, and if you're Edon, you're in no man's land. You don't have a kicker, so it'll be 4th and 16 back at the 34-yard line.
Why is the clock running? On an incomplete pass.
4th down and 16 at the 34-yard line. And now the officials are going to come together. Some extra ticks came off the clock on a pass that was ruled incomplete, and I think it was caught by somebody on the field. Now they're going to have more conference time here to decide if they're going to add time, which they should. 4th and 16 right now at the 34-yard line of Ottawa Hills. And Edon has no choice but to go for it here, unless you really want to try to punt it and bury Ottawa Hills. Grove now up on Bluffton 14-0. Columbus Grove is going to be the number 1 team in Edon's region, Division 7, Region 26. They are loaded. PH takes a 7-0 lead on Swanton. So it'll be 4th and 16. They have jumped from 146 up to 2 minutes. I don't think we lost. Did we lose 14?
The play clock was down to 26.
Okay.
So they went from 40 to 26.
So we're back up to 2 minutes on the game clock. And a 4th and 16 for Edon at the 34-yard line of Ottawa Hills. So they'll go for it here. 4 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left on this 4th down and 16. Sapp gets the snap, looks, fires, out route, incomplete, threw it behind Max Radeball, who wasn't anywhere near the first down. Jackson Snyder was closing in, and a 13-play drive will end on Edon giving it up on downs. The Green Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line inside of 2 minutes to go in this first quarter of play, 1:55 to be precise. We know we'll be in Edon next week for Week 11, the opening round of the football playoffs. Bombers will host an opponent to be determined. We'll get into that coming up as to what's the high water mark for Edon with a win tonight potentially. How low could they fall if they don't win? It wouldn't be out of the top 8, that's for sure. So they would maintain that home game. Ottawa Hills, 3 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left. Rocco Pillarelli will flip from the left side to the right side, and a receiver will flip to the left side. So 2-by-2 look there. Snap comes to Miller. He'll give to Rocco Pillarelli. Pillarelli runs into the waiting arms of Braden Worley, who has had a really good year defensively for Edon, holding Rocco to a gain of almost 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 from the 37-yard line. Ball resting middle of the field as the Green Bears move right to left. A Chase Miller 67-yard TD run. The difference in the game right now has Ottawa Hills up 7-0. They'll put 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Miller awaiting the snap. Gets it. Little spin rollout here for Miller. Throws, medium distance, caught. Climbing the ladder was Nick Anderson, who caught it inside of Kendall Brigle. Great job that time by Anderson because the ball was sailing just a little bit. It's a gain of 13 to midfield and moves the chains for a 1st down. That was the left-hander Miller reverse spinning and coming to the near side on that roll, and going up the ladder was Nick Anderson. So 1st and 10, and it's actually in Edon territory at the Bombers' 49-yard line with 55 seconds and counting. Wing right, receiver right, 2 receivers to the left. Pistol formation. Reddick Pillarelli in motion. Rocco Pillarelli on a play action. Down the middle. Wide open. It's overthrown. That's a touchdown. Caden Stantz had lost his footing, but they just could not hook up with Nick Anderson. I mean, it's not a touchdown, but I'm saying it would have been a touchdown because there wasn't a Bomber within 10 to 15 15 yards of him. Edon just dodged a major bullet. Penalty marker is down, though, and it wouldn't have mattered anyways because it's going to be a holding penalty against the Green Bears. So now it'll be 1st and long as this flag will bring them back to the 41-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 20 with 42 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Evergreen now leads 14-0 over Delta. So 1st down and 20. 7-0. Tenora has taken a lead on Edgerton. Tenora playing for the outright GMC championship. Reddick Pillarelli in motion. They give it to him on the fly sweep to the far side. Edon strings it out beautifully that way. However, coming back to the near side is Pillarelli, and nobody's there. 50, cut back 40, spin move, and now he goes down at the 42-yard line. That is as fun of a 17, 18-yard run as you will ever see by anybody. Reddick Pillarelli starting right, nothing home. Edon strung it out, reverses coming back to the left, and found daylight, and now it will be 2nd down and 4 for the 1st down, and that will be the final snap of quarter number 1. First 12 minutes in the books. We go to quarter number 2. The TAC title on the line. Ottawa Hills 7, Edon nothing. This is Week 10 high school football on B-Rock Sports.
Right now, they need a helping hand. Stop the music. Did you notice the cost of everything has skyrocketed?
So has the cost of everything at my school, North Central.
North Central is the only school in the county that operates without an income tax levy. We have managed this for 20 years.
Do my grandparents have to pay?
No, not if they are on Social Security. How much will this cost us?
Less than a cup of coffee a day.
Please vote yes for North Central Local School Issue 9 this November 5th.
Paid for by the North Central Levy Committee. Tom McKinnon, Treasurer.
Welcome back here to Ottawa Hills, Ohio. Toledo, Ohio, the Ottawa Hills neighborhood of Toledo. We welcome you here. It's 7-0 Green Bears leading. 2nd down and 5 for Ottawa Hills. Shout-outs tonight. Understand we have listeners literally all over the globe. The dudes at Everett's Farms are locked in tonight, tuned in to this Edon-Ottawa Hills game. Also up in Angola, in Bryan. And we want to say hello also to quarterback from Ottawa Hills, Chase Miller's grandparents are locked in at the Villages, I understand, down in Florida. Had a chance to catch up with a couple of old friends who have kids on this Ottawa Hills team, some guys I played high school sports with, went to high school and college with, and got to know some of their friends, and said, oh yeah, when you do Ottawa Hills, we always tell our folks that are down there, so we want to give them thanks as well. And to my correspondent at Edgerton and Tenora, sister-in-law Shelby, always doing a fantastic job giving me score updates. Here's Rocco Pillarelli banging his way out of trouble. That should have been a loss of 2 or 3, but he's able to get back to the 43-yard line for officially no gain. And now it will be a 3rd and still manageable for the Green Bears, a 3rd and 4 at the 43-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field, moving left to right in this 2nd quarter. Ottawa Hills 7-0 lead over Edon. Edon has had one promising drive that got stymied with a loss on the play and unable to cash in on down into Ottawa Hills territory. One big play is the difference for the Green Bears, a Miller run of 67. 2 receivers right, a wing and a receiver to the left. Miller wants to throw, a screen set up, caught by Rocco Pillarelli, 40, cut back 35, 30, 20, nobody's catching him. Touchdown, Ottawa Hills. Rocco Pillarelli, all the D linemen peeled their ears back and were coming at Miller, and once Pillarelli caught it in space, see ya. Touchdown, Ottawa Hills. Miller to Rocco Pillarelli. And it's 13-0 Ottawa Hills with the lead, as that play covered 43 yards on the screen. On for the extra point now will be Micah Walker. The hold will be done by Nick Anderson. Just underway in quarter number 2. It's a 2-touchdown lead now for the Green Bears, 13-0. Snap, spot, kick on the way, and the extra point sails through. New score on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Ottawa Hills 14, Edon 0. Bombers football when we come back.
Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, wants to say good luck to the Edon Bombers in tonight's athletic contest. Precise Metal Form is a proud supporter of Edon Bomber athletics, both boys and girls sports. Precise Metal Form in Bryan, saluting the athletes on all of their hard work and wishing them the best of luck in this athletic contest. Precise Metal Form, 810 Commerce Drive in Bryan, saying go Bombers in this game.
GMC matchup, Fairview knows they're already in. They lead Hicksville at the end of one, 6-0 in that one. Here is 14-0. Ottawa Hills on top of Edon. And now it's Edon's attempt to try to answer what has transpired here. Ottawa Hills has scored on 2 of their 3 possessions here in this first half of play and hit on a couple of big plays. The Chase Miller 67-yard zone read keep run. And Ottawa Hills then just found Miller to Rocco Pillarelli for 43 yards. Here comes the run-up and kick from the 40, a little pooch kick that Radeball will catch at the 23. He's at the 30 on the return and will be cut down at about the 38-yard line. Coming up to make the special teams tackle was Ian Densmore. Not Ian Densmore from Deep Purple, but Ian Densmore, a junior DB, makes a special teams play for the Green Bears. So here's Edon, first down and 10, just shy of the 40. They'll mark it at the 39-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Don't think of going anywhere. This is an explosive Edon offense. They've been down throughout their careers. They trailed Edgerton by double digits in the first quarter. They're very capable. Montpelier now leads Hilltop 20-0 in a game in West Unity. Here's Sapp. Throws a little hitch to the near side. It's caught by Radeball. He's dumped immediately at the 43 by Zapersky. It'll be a pickup of 4. So it'll be second down and 6 from the 43-yard line. 2 receivers go wide to the right. 2 receivers come to the short side of the field to the left. Make it 3 receivers now to the right, so that'll empty the backfield for Sapp on 2nd and 6 at the 43. A 3-man rush coming. It'll throw an intermediate route caught by Radeball in Ottawa Hills territory in front of Zapersky at the 46. So a gain of 11 on the play, 45-yard line. So a gain of 12 on the play to the 45-yard line. Second trip into Ottawa Hills territory for Edon. 10:25 to go in the half. It's 14-0 Green Bears. Liberty Center pounding Wauseon 28-0. 2 receivers right and left. Radeball in motion to the far side of the field. Sapp looks, lots of time, still time, now fires down the field. A deep in route is going to be caught by Kendall Brigle, dumped immediately by Chase. No, it's not held on to. It is held on to. Okay. Chase Miller knocked him down immediately at the 30. Pickup of 15 on the play. Great job by Sapp utilizing the patience that time and finding that intermediate route. There are always routes for Edon that will be underneath, intermediate, and then deep. That was the secondary route, intermediate. 5 wide look, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Sapp, a crosser, is going to be caught by Dickman. Dickman's inside the 25 at the 23-yard line, ushered out of bounds by Teddy Zapersky. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play. 6 on the play to the 24-yard line. Second down and 4, Edon at the 24-yard line of the Green Bears. 14-0 Ottawa Hills on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Bombers trying to answer. Trips to the right. Deuce to the left. Empty backfield. On second down and 4, Sapp steps up, slings it, and a sliding grab made at the 15 or 16-yard line by Radeball. So give him 8 more to the 16. And it will be first down and 10 for Edon at the 16-yard line of Ottawa Hills. Deepest penetration of the night for the Bombers. 2 scores down at 14-zip. 2 receivers to the left, 3 go right. Make it 1 receiver to the left, so that will bring Holbert into the backfield on a 1st and 10 at the Ottawa Hills 16. Holbert starts in motion to the far side. Sapp got plenty of receivers open. Radeball the catch at the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. The sandwich tackle made by Snyder and Zapersky. It'll be 2nd and 1 now from the 5-yard line for Edon. Trying to get on the board in this one. 9 and change to play in the first half. They gave him a first down. I beg your pardon. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 5. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hulbert motion man to the near side. Sapp, pump. Sapp steps away, has daylight, 5, cut back, hurdles his way to the 2 or 3, but I think we're going to get something coming back. It's a hold on Edon. So instead of 2nd and goal at the 1, it'll be 1st and goal now back near the 15-yard line after that holding penalty on the Bombers. 14-7, Evergreen leading Delta. In the NWOAL, both teams heading potentially to the postseason. Looks like they will get in. Well, again, we're going to dissect some scenarios at the intermission. All the scenarios, not just some of them. So the 1st and goal snap for Edon now will happen at the 15-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive coming up here with 3, make it 4 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right on a 1st and goal at the 15-yard line. 14-0 Ottawa Hills. Rada ball in motion to the far side. Sapp looks, good protection. Flushed right, over the middle, incomplete. Wanted Cohen Hulbert, but could not hook up with him. It'll be Jace Neuendorf, the junior backer, who had coverage. And it'll be 2nd down and goal now for Edon at the 15-yard line. Clock stops at 8.5 to play here in this first half of football. TAC title on the line for these two again in Week 10 for a 3rd straight year. Ottawa Hills has won the last 2. We mentioned, though, you go back to the last 19 games between these two, 10-9 Edon. So overall, it has been a competitive series. 4 receiver set left, 1 receiver to the right on 2nd and goal at the 15. Sapp, lots of time, looking into the end zone. Dickman can't hang on. Wow. Sapp put it beautifully, nestled it over the top of the backer, Cooper Eidenauer, who had dropped into coverage, but Dickman just unable to complete the catch. Falls harmlessly to the turf, and now it is 3rd and goal at the 15. Big games, you got to hang on to them. Antwerp and Paulding after 1. The Panthers pounding the Archers 28-0 in that one. Looks as if Antwerp's hopes will be dashed. So now it'll be 3rd and goal for Edon at the 15-yard line of Ottawa Hills. Green Bears lead it 14-0. 3 receivers bunch right. 2 receivers come to the left on 3rd and goal. Sapp with time. Pump. Go. Fade route. End zones. Touchdown. Kendall Brigle held on to it. And then the toe tap in the back of the end zone. What an athletic throw by Sapp and grab by Kendall Brigle. And Edon is on the board. Cannot throw and catch it any better than what just happened there. On 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line, the Bombers find the end zone, and now an extra point away from officially cutting the lead in half. It'll be Bruno Santonia who will kick the extra point. Snap. It's placed. The kick is on the way, and the extra point is good. Edon on the board for the first time tonight on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Ottawa Hills 14, Edon now 7 on B-Rock Sports.
This is Russ Davies with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, our commitment goes beyond insurance. We're dedicated to serving our clients, our community, and each other with integrity and care. From finding the best policies to supporting local events, we're here for you. Whether it's securing your home, auto, or business, or giving back to the community we love, our team works tirelessly to ensure your peace of mind. We're not just your insurance agency, we're your neighbors and friends. With our trusted partner, Auto Owners Insurance, you can count on top-tier coverage and exceptional service. Experience the difference with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe and Auto Owners Insurance. Visit us at andresins.com or call today, because here, your family.
14-7 Ottawa Hills lead now over Edon as the Bombers go on 11-play, 61-yard drive, capped off by the Kyler Sapp to Kendall Brigle TD pass and reception, a fade route into the back corner of the end zone, and Edon in business now here on that catch. Pillarellis are awaiting this SAP kickoff, standing near their 15-yard line. Rocco to the far side, Reddick to the near side. And the SAP kickoff is going to be onside, maybe attempt. And on the high hop on the far side, an easy catch and grab by Jason Neuendorf to keep Ottawa Hills possession. Also in part to not let the Pillarellis get the ball in their hands on a return, and maybe also thinking, can we steal a possession there? But Ottawa Hills on it, and they make the recovery, and now they get a short field to work with at their own 48-yard line with a first down and 10. 8:13 left in this first half of football. 14-7 Ottawa Hills. Miller working out of the pistol look. He'll have a wing and a receiver to the left, a receiver to the right. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. And now an official's timeout from the side judge. Is it sending out an Ottawa Hills player? An equipment issue. Coming out will be Jackson Snyder. John Denny will replace him. Is it blood? Is it equipment? I'm not sure. Brandon Carter's asking why he got sent out too. So either way, we're ready. Same formation, but Denny will be in at the far side receiver. It's Rocco Pillarelli at midfield. Bounces right, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20. Reddick showing the way down the sidelines. He's out of bounds at the 5. There are multiple flags, though, behind the run. Most of that run is going to count, but some of it, I think, is going to come back on an illegal block. So Pillarelli's going to get good yardage. It's just a matter of where they're going to spot it now on the block thrown downfield. Reddick Pillarelli, Rocco's younger brother, was showing the way down the field. I don't think it was on him, but it was farther back on, by the way, a block that didn't even need to be happened because Rocco was running away from everybody. Still waiting on the signal. It is going to be a hold on Ottawa Hills. So they will bring it back to the, maybe the 25? Or that's where they're going to start marking off. So it'll come back to the 35. So officially, boy, it's still coming. It's going to come back to the 40. So officially it's going to be a 12-yard run, and that's it. Well, it was about to be closer to 40 on the run. So 1st and 10 still, because the yardage got 12 yards. So it's at the 40 is where this next snap will happen. 20-6, Montpelier leads Hilltop in the second quarter of play. Wayne Trace after one, smoking Ayersville 21-0. It's been a long year in Pilots country, while Wayne Trace has fought off an 0 start in the first month of the year to now get into playoff contention. One of 5 GMC schools that are either in or had chances coming into tonight. Miller in the backfield with Rocco Pillarelli. 2 receivers right and a wing and a receiver to the left. Snyder is back in. A high snap. Miller had no chance to have that zone read work. He'll be hammered by Parker Kelly and by Cohen Hulbert on a loss on the play. But the high snap well above his head threw timing off on everything. It's a loss of 2 on the play, and it's 2nd and 12 Ottawa Hills at the Edon 42-yard line. 14-7 Green Bears, 7.5 to play. First half of football here. Pillarelli and Snyder go to the left. That's Reddick. To the right side will be Zapersky and Anderson. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield on a 2nd and 12 snap to Chase Miller. Miller gives to Rocco in the middle. Pillarelli at the 40. He'll be slammed down at the 37-yard line by the leading tackler for the Bombers on the year, Cohen Hulbert. Pickup of 5 on the play to the 37-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 from there. 3rd and 7, Green Bears at the 37-yard line of Edon. 14-7 Ottawa Hills. Liberty Center 35-zip over Wasion. That's still in the second quarter. Wings to the left side. Receiver to the right. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Reddick Pillarelli in motion. Miller with a half roll to the far side. Wanted the flat, not there. Now secondary route. He's got Snyder. 10-5 and out of bounds. Check that. He's got Anderson, and it'll be 1st and goal. Great job by Miller to hold his composure. That was a set play for a screen to Pillarelli in the flat. Edon took it away, and then Anderson came free, and they get 33 to the 4-yard line. Actually, they get 34 5 to the 2-yard line. So first and goal, Green Bears at the 2-yard line of Edon. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. 2 receivers go right. A wing is to the right as well, with 1 receiver to the left on this first and goal at the 2, and Edon just jumped into the neutral zone, I believe. Unless there was a flinch by an O-lineman for Ottawa Hills, this will be an encroachment and into the neutral zone, and it is, so half the distance penalty. So now it'll be first and goal at the 1-yard line for Ottawa Hills. A lot of options here on this short yardage situation. Miller has a touchdown run. Miller has a TD pass as well to Rocco Pillarelli. 14-7 Green Bears. 6.5 to go in this first half of football. But Ottawa Hills on the doorstep again. 1 receiver goes wide to the left, 2 to the right. Rocco Pillarelli behind Miller in the pistol formation on first and goal at the 1. Man in motion to the far side. Give is to Rocco Pillarelli. Pillarelli dancing his way toward the end zone. No signal yet. I don't think he got there. Parker Kelly knifed in to hold him to no gain. And now it'll be second and goal at the 1. A little farther away from us, a huge game down in the MAC between Marion Local and Coldwater. Wouldn't you love to have that 50-50 money tonight? Because you know thousands are there. Marion Local up 14-0. We're going to talk more about Marion Local and that winning streak that's on the line in that Coldwater game. 14-7, midway through the second here. Ottawa Hills in front and a second and goal at the 1-yard line. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Edon coming on a blitz. Miller on the keep, dumps, and it is caught. And did he get in? Yes, touchdown. The reception made by Zapersky, who battled with Brigle at the goal line, and it's a touchdown, Green Bears. 1-yard TD pass, Miller to Zapersky. His second TD pass of the night. And that'll cap off a 52-yard drive for the Green Bears as they extend their lead back to 2 scores, 20-7, as Micah Walker will come on for the extra point. Nick Anderson to hold. 5:47 to play, first half of football. Green Bears offense, after the first possession, has been in full rhythm here tonight. What will Edon do to make some adjustments here as this game wears on? The PAT by Walker is good, and that'll make it 21-7. Ottawa Hills in front. Back to Metro Toledo in just a moment.
Congratulations, Bombers, from Dimension Hardwood Veneers in Edon. Did you know that Dimension buys trees? Contact them today to sell your trees. Call 419-272-2245 to set up an appointment for them to come and look at them and give you a quote. Dimension Hardwood Veneers is a family-owned business and has been a supporter of Edon Athletics for over 46 years. Good luck in tonight's game. Work hard and keep striving to be the best. From everyone at Dimension Hardwood Veneers in Edon.
21-7 our score here. Ottawa Hills on top of Edon. I want to go back to Marion Local, and we mentioned big things on the line tonight. Marion Local is just one of those teams they're just figuring out how to play football down at Marion Local. One of these days they're just going to be pretty decent. But last week, when they beat Minster 21-0, they tied the OHSAA record for consecutive wins, 57 in a row. That tied them with Delphos St. John's, which had the streak from 1996 to 2000. Marion Local's last loss came in 2020 in the Division VI regional final to New Bremen. Their last regular season loss 5 years ago to 2019 to Minster. And by the way, coincidentally, the St. John's streak was snapped by Marion Local themselves in the Division VI state semifinal. So it would be 58 in a row and the new OHSAA record if they win tonight. And that game is a winner-take-all for the MAC championship. Oh, by the way, Coldwater, who's down a couple of scores early, they're 9-0 as well. So that should be a great atmosphere, and we'll see if it ends up being a great game or not. Kick out of bounds for Ottawa Hills. So Edon going to get a great start to this drive at their own 35-yard line. Tenora's now gone up 14-0 on Edgerton. Shelby, wake up, man. I got that score from somebody else. You got to stay on top of these score updates. Ben beat you to that score update. So it's 14-0 Rambo's in that one. 1st and 10, Edon at their own 35-yard line. Hash mark near side, 5:47 left in this first half. Edon scored on their previous possession. They'll go empty backfield, 5 wide look, trips to the right, twins to the left. 4 down linemen coming at Sapp. His pass over the top of, thought maybe Holbert was their intended target, but it was Dickman who was the intended receiver all along. He gets 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Edon at their own 41-yard line. 2nd and 4, hash mark far side. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left, 3 down linemen now, and just as the snap comes, it'll be Ottawa Hills offsides. So that will move them to a 2nd and 1, it looks like, from the 44-yard line. Or is it going to get, maybe that will give, yeah, it might give them enough. Yeah, it is going to give them enough for a 1st down, beg your pardon. So 1st and 10. Out to the 46-yard line. 21-7 Green Bears on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Main stops of Northwest Ohio. Halftime show coming up in 5 minutes and change. 2-by-2 look with the receiver set here. 1 running back with Sapp. Dickman comes in motion to the near side. Sapp throws, a little curl route, caught by Radeball, just could not spin away from Nick Anderson, as Radeball will be spun down at the 48-yard line. He'll have 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 4 for Edon at the 48-yard line of Ottawa Hills. 2 receivers go right, 3 receivers come to the left. 21-7 Green Bears. Edon with a 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line of Ottawa Hills. Sapp looks, fires far side. Pass is going to be caught at the 37-yard line. The reception made by Christian Owens, the 6'2 junior, with his first catch of the night. That'll move the chains, getting 11 on the pass play. And a 1st and 10 coming up. 1st and 10 to the 37-yard line of Ottawa Hills.
15 yards.
1st and 10, Edon at the 37-yard line. After that pickup of 11. Brigle will be the receiver that will be here to the left and joined in this slot look. 3 receivers go wide to the right. Empty backfield. 1st and 10 at the 37. Looking. Sapp. Can't find anybody. Now Sapp throws far sideline and just throws it away. Closest man was Colton Willis. Sapp had one initially kind of underneath that Kyler may have missed, and then didn't want to chance it, so he just chucks it onto the Ottawa Hills all-weather track and live for another down. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 10 at the 37. Clock stops at 3:56 to play. First half of football. Ottawa Hills 21, Edon 7. 5 wide look for the Bombers. 3 of them to the short side of the field to the right. Twins to the left side. Back to throw. Sapp running right. Sapp stops, fires underneath. Pass is caught, and reception going to be made by Owens, and should be good enough for a 1st down. It's right at the sticks. So,
And it's still running?
are they going to give him 1st down, or are they going to say short? Nope. Still indecision. Now they'll move the chains. It is a gain of 10. He got 10 to the 27-yard line. 1st down and 10. Edon at the 27-yard line. 42-0. Liberty Center leading Wauseon. Here it's 21-7 Ottawa Hills. Edon on the march with a 1st and 10 at the 27 of Ottawa Hills. 3.5 to go in the half. Sapp, 4 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pressure off the edge from Reddick Pillarelli. Look out, he gets downfield. Once Dickman, it's incomplete, but a penalty marker going to go against Ottawa Hills. Beg your pardon, it was Willis that was the intended target, but it's either going to be a PI or a holding penalty against Jackson Snyder downfield. Let's see what they officially call here. Is it pass interference? It's holding. So the defensive holding against Ottawa Hills. Tenora now leads Edgerton at the half, 20-0. Tenora, if they win that, they will be the outright GMC champions. Or is there an extra point to come? Yes, the extra point was to come, so it's 21-0 to Nora with the lead. But it looks like the Rams are on their way to an outright conference title. And what a recovery from an 0-3 start. 1st and 10, Edon here at the 17-yard line. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. High snap for Kyler Sapp, but he has it. Looks over the middle for Owens. Makes the grab in traffic. Owens fights his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 17 yards on the reception. That was an individual effort by Christian Owens because he was stymied. No, they did not give him the touchdown. He is stopped at the 1. So he'll be shy of the end zone at the 1. One official was starting to signal touchdown, but the side judge on the far side said no. So 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. It's still 21-7. Sapp on the keep. Straight ahead run will waltz into the end zone for a 1-yard TD for Kyler Sapp. And that will slice into the lead now at 21-13. 65-yard drive for Edon. A good answer for them as Bruno Santonia will come on for the extra point. Bruno, an exchange student, I presume? Yes? Yes. So he is on. He's 1 for 1 on PATs. Edon's got a good history here the last few years of getting some successful, I don't know what arrangement they have across the country or the world, but Santonia knocks through the extra point. It's 21-14 with 2:54 to play here in the first half. We'll step aside, take a quick break. Back in just a moment.
With an independent insurance agent, you can be sure that you're getting the right coverage at the right price. At Best Insurance and Financial Services, it's all about relationships. We work one-on-one with you to make sure your auto, home, farm, or business is protected by a quality insurance company. That's why we work with Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. We know you can trust Ohio Mutual to protect what matters most to you and your family. Once you see how Ohio Mutual cares for your needs, you'll trust them as well. Give us a call at 419-272-2888. We can recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
Montpelier 26, Hilltop 6 in that matchup going on in West Unity tonight. So 2:54 remaining here in the first half, 21-14. Pretty important end to the half here. Edon will get the football to start the second half. Can they keep it at a one-score game? Bryan trailing Archbold 14-3. 12-6 now. Fairview leads Hicksville. Antwerp down to Paulding 34-0. Wayne Trace 35-6 over Ayersville. 26-0 PH with the lead. And Napoleon leads Southview 13-0. Napoleon, one of those teams that I think win or lose was in good shape in getting into the postseason. Look out. Reddick Pillarelli 30, 35, hurdling his way 40. Pillarelli's got room. Midfield 40. Got to beat 2 men. 30, 20. 10, 5, touchdown. That's why you don't kick to the Pillarellis. Reddick has housed it from 82 yards for the score. Great blocking from the Green Bears. Great job by Reddick Pillarelli reading those blocks and then utilizing the Pillarelli speed to get to the end zone. And just like that, it's back to a 2-score game. Here's the swinging gate extra point for Ottawa Hills. On for it is Michael Walker. Sometimes you forget about the 3 phases of football. Special teams. And when you get some evenly matched teams, that can be a big X factor as Walker bangs in the extra point. We're going to stay here now in a 28-14 game after Pillarelli. We've seen some really good kickoff and punt returns for scores this season because we've had the opportunity to see some really good athletes in space for a multitude of teams, and that answers the Edon scoring drive with that INT return. So 28-14, our score here. Again, next week we will be in Edon. We know that. For playoff football for week number 11. It's just a matter of the opponent for the Bombers to be determined based on what happened with them tonight. Where would they land? Where would the opponents land? Coming in after Week 10 games. Here it's 28-14. Edon will have the football. Well, so now you look at it as, can you get the Belichick double? Bill Belichick always talked about as Montpelier extends to a 33-6 lead over Hilltop. If you're the team that has the football on that last possession and then you receive the second half kickoff, can you turn it in, both those possessions into scores? Edon will have that opportunity right now. It'll be caught by Radabaugh at the 21. Radabaugh can get into space quickly, but he'll be chopped down as he crosses the 30 to the 32. That's a defensive player on the starting defense, Nick Anderson, making a special teams play. So Edon will have it a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First down and 10 there. Hash mark near side, moving right to left. 3 receivers go to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Edon has all 3 of their timeouts remaining and 2:28 to work, which is an eternity for this offense. Sapp has a crosser over the middle, threw it a little bit low. Did Dickman hang on? I believe he did. Eli Dickman's going to get 2 on the catch. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Edon going to have to quickly get on the ball here, and they are. Trips to the right. Twins to the left on 2nd down and 8 at the 33-yard line. 4 down linemen pinning their ears back, coming at Sapp. Sapp steps up in the pocket and is going to go down back at the 29-yard line. It'll be Christian Craver who got home for a loss of 4 on the play, and now it'll be 3rd and 12 for Edon, and Bob Olin going to choose to spend one of his timeouts. 1:48 left, first half. Ottawa Hills up 28-14. The Bombers with a 3rd and long when we come back.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Breininger also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Andy Brigle back with you here at Ottawa Hills. Mike Bum on assignment for us again. I just send him all over the globe to cover things for B-Rock, and he just happily accepts those assignments for me. Seriously, he is starting. He's the girls basketball coach, as many of you know, at Montpelier, and tonight was night number 1 of that long basketball journey for him and that high school sport, so unable to make the trip with us here tonight. All right, Bob Olin had to spend one of those 3 timeouts after the sack, so now it'll be 3rd and 12 for Edon back at the 29-yard line. And again, a big moment here, because if Ottawa Hills can get the 3 and out, that red-hot offense can get back on the field, and they could score before the intermission. Edon wants to keep this thing alive, though. Sapp to throw. Sapp with time. Sideline route. Once Radabaugh, who goes up and can't bring it in. That was a difficult attempt at a catch by Max Radabaugh, and it was broken up beautifully by Rocco Pillarelli. Athlete on athlete in space there, and give that round to Rocco because he was able to punch it free. And now it's 4th and 12. Edon going to have to punt here, and Ottawa Hills is going to have the football with 1:40 and a full complement of timeouts, and up 28-14 in this one.
They're marching the ball?
On the heels of the Reddick-Pillarelli 82-yard kick return, and Reddick will go deep again. Sapp to kick it away. Has done a good job punting for Edon here in his senior season. Reddick-Pillarelli back near the 32-yard line awaiting this punt. And Sapp, I don't think, is going to even take a chance to get it near him. The angle is to the far right side, and a great job with a directional kick that will take an Edon bounce to the 34-yard line. Forget about the distance. It's 37 on the punt. The thing was, Reddick-Pillarelli didn't get his hands on it. Montpelier did that successfully last week, and Edon with the exception of one time, has done a nice job of keeping it out of his hands in the special teams, or either of the Pillarellis in the special teams, except for the one. So now a minute 28 to work and 3 timeouts for the Green Bears as they'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. Can Edon defensively get a stop here? It's been a big play night here in this one for Ottawa Hills. Halftime score, Defiance 8, Ottawa Glandorf 3. 1st and 10, Ottawa Hills breaks the huddle. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers stacked to the left. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Edon creeping to the line of scrimmage. A little play-action spin for Miller. Directs down the field. He overthrew his man. Finding the seam was Jackson Snyder. He was wide open near the 45-yard line, but Miller, the lefty, overthrew him, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops at a minute 23 remaining here in this first half of football. 28-14, Ottawa Hills on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Green Bears with a 2nd down and 10 at their own 34-yard line. They'll break the huddle with Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. A couple of receivers each way. More of a wing and a receiver here to the near side. Man in motion is Reddick Pillarelli. The give is to Rocco Pillarelli. And Rocco's hit, bounces off one, still on his feet, 40. He's at the 45. What should have been 1 yard turns into 11 yards before Caden Stantz and Cohen Hulbert can bring him down, but 11 for Pillarelli. Miller back on the ball. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Miller with a pass to the near side. Anderson with the catch. Stutter step move inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. He will have 11 on the play, it looks like, and another 1st down completion. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Edon. Hash mark near side. Clock stopped at 65 seconds to play first half. 1st and 10, Green Bears from the 44 of Edon. 2 receivers go left. A wing and a receiver to the right. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield with Chase Millers in a true shotgun now. Zaberski goes over to the left side as a halfback now. Rolling left is Miller. Miller on the move. Fires. Pass is caught by Snyder, and he's on the run. Inside the 20. Down to the 19-yard line. 25 on the pass play before the tackle is made on that far side. And here come the relentless Green Bears again. And a timeout on the field taken by Ottawa Hills. 28-14 Green Bears. They're on the march with 54 seconds left in the first half. They have a 1st and 10 at the 20 when we come back.
Get to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan and pick up your gallon of paint to finish those outdoor projects while the weather is still nice. Find the newest colors that are trending for 2024 and the best paint on the market. Clark & Kensington. Clark & Kensington paint should be your paint of choice. With excellent coverage, washability, and a lifetime warranty, Clark & Kensington paint with the primer built right in is the only paint you'll ever buy. And Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan is the place to help. Ace, the helpful place.
Welcome back to Ottawa Hills High School here tonight. 54 seconds to play first half. It's 28-14 Ottawa Hills in this TAC championship winner-take-all game, both coming in at 3-0 in the conference. Both teams ranked in the state. Edon, of course, in Division 7. Ottawa Hills in Division 6. Bombers 9-0 on the year. Ottawa Hills will be playing only a 9-game regular season schedule as they come in at 7-1. They were unable to find a replacement for the Cardinal-Stritch game. But Ottawa Hills has controlled things to up 28-14, controlled things so far tonight, and looking to add to their lead. They have a 1st and 10 at the Edon 20. Rocco Pillarelli into the teeth of that defense. Has 5, has 10, counted off at 12, and it'll be 1st and goal before he's lassoed in there on the play by Carter Stanky. But it'll be 1st and goal, Green Bears at the 8-yard line as they'll spend their 2nd timeout. We're going to stay right here with 46 seconds to play first half. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line is where it will be placed. And now 1 timeout remaining for the Green Bears left in this first half. Ottawa Hills has not trailed in this game. A couple of different times, actually 3 different occasions, they've led by 2 touchdowns, including right now. up 7-0, then 14-0. Then it was cut to 14-7, went to 21-7, 21-14. And the most recent Ottawa Hills score was a special teams explosion by Reddick Pillarelli, who went 80-plus yards for the kickoff return touchdown. Now they have a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line of Edon. Edon, by the way, does have a pair of timeouts left in this first half. Again, both teams will have home games next week. Playing this week in such a high stakes game with a great environment and great atmosphere. Both coaches will tell you they'd much rather have this game than games that they've had 76-6 or 47-6 this season. So here's Miller waiting on the snap, but Ottawa Hills moved, and it was Rocco Pillarelli who moved in the backfield. So that'll cost them 5, and that'll be 1st and goal, Green Bears, at the 14-yard line on this Ottawa Hills senior night. Edon, as anticipated, traveled extremely well here tonight for this road show. And a great turnout from the home crowd on senior night. 1st and goal at the 14-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pressure off the edge. Miller gets away. Throws towards the end zone. It's incomplete. Caden Stantz might have gotten a fingertip on it, but still in and out of the hands of Reddick Pillarelli, who had 6 and unable to finish the play. And now it will be 2nd and goal at the 14-yard line of Edon, as the clock will be brought down to 39 seconds to play here in the first half. Again, 1 timeout left for Ottawa Hills, 2 remaining for the Green Bears, or for the Bombers. 2 remaining for the Bombers. 2nd and goal at the 9. Zapersky and Snyder go left. Pillarelli and Anderson to the right. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Now they'll flip Zapersky to the right. Here's a rollout to the right for the left-hander Miller. Shoots it for the end zone. Touchdown, Reddick Pillarelli. Reddick. There is a marker down, though, so is this coming off the board? I think it's going to be on Edon, a personal foul roughing the passer, so the play will stand as Reddick Pillarelli with the touchdown reception for Ottawa Hills. Miller able to find him again, and now the Bombers in some trouble here as we approach intermission, trailing by 3 scores for the first time tonight. 14-yard scoring strike there with 31 seconds to play. And it's 34-14 Ottawa Hills. Walker again coming on for the PAT, trying to stay perfect in extra points. Cashing in on Edon going 3 and out. That extra point is going to be no good. Edon with good pressure that time. So it stays 34-14 Ottawa Hills as we keep it right here. Again, our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show coming up. We'll recap scoring in that first half of play. Also take a peek at the playoff picture and what was at stake coming into tonight as you hear some of those scores rolling by as we check back in at halftime as well with Ben Murray back at our studio about who needed to win to get in tonight, who was already in, who was possibly playing, the difference between a win and a loss tonight, a home game and a road game. Some teams playing for, like in, I think, both these cases, single home games, double home games if you're a top 4 seed. Neither of these teams are going to fall out of a home game scenario, but the winner would get that double home game, and the loser probably not in that scenario. 34-14, 31 seconds remaining in the first half. The roughing the passer penalty assessed here on the kickoff. Now, Ottawa Hills has some options here. If they elect not want to kick it deep and maybe go onside and try to steal a possession, this would be a good opportunity to do it as you're kicking off from the Edon 45-yard line. I'm thinking they also don't want to get it to Edon's athletes on a return either. It will be a little pooch kick that will come to the near sideline, a run up and catch at the 12. Radeball gets up to the 20-yard line before he's planted there by Nick Anderson. So 26 seconds and 2 timeouts for Edon, but a drive that will start at their own 21-yard line. with a first down and 10. And you wonder how aggressive the Bombers might be here, down 3 scores. 34-14, and not going to be at all because they're basically here in that victory formation where they'll get the snap and Sapp will take a kneel down, and that's what's going to happen. Get to the locker room and see if they can't regroup here for the second half. But this is a half on senior night in the Toledo suburb of Ottawa Hills that the Green Bears have owned from the beginning. It's Ottawa Hills 34, Edon 14 as we head to the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Halftime update. Stay with us. Plenty to talk about at the intermission from Ottawa Hills here on B-Rock Sports.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
See Black Swamp Equipment in Bryan, Archbold, and Defiance.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Right now, they need a helping hand. Stop the music! Did you notice the cost of everything has skyrocketed?
So has the cost of everything at my school, North Central.
North Central is the only school in the county that operates without an income tax levy. We have managed this for 20 years.
Do my grandparents have to pay?
No, not if they are on Social Security. How much will this cost us?
Less than a cup of coffee a day.
Please vote yes for North Central Local School Issue 9 this November 5th.
Paid for by the North Central Levy Committee. Tom McKinnon, Treasurer.
Welcome back to Ottawa Hills, where this battle of state-ranked teams has been all Ottawa Hills at halftime, 34-14, and of course the TAC title on the line for the 3rd straight year. Let's recap scoring first of all. Ottawa Hills has never trailed in this thing. They own their biggest lead of the half right now. They got on the board first with a big play of Chase Miller, a 67-yard TD run. It was 7-0 Green Bears. Edon had a great drive of 13 plays, but ended up being stopped on downs, and then Miller found Rocco Pillarelli for a 43-yard touchdown pass, and that extended the lead to 14-0. It was a 4-play, 66-yard drive. The Bombers would get on the board and go on an 11-play, 61-yard drive where Kyler Sapp would hit Kendall Brigle on a 15-yard TD pass. That would cut the lead in half to 14-7. Ottawa Hills, though, would answer right back, go on a 52-yard drive in a half dozen plays. Miller would hit Teddy Zapersky for a 1-yard touchdown, and it was 21-7 Green Bears. But the Bombers would get it to a 1-score game once again, a 65-yard drive in 7 plays, capped off by Kyler Sapp going a yard for a touchdown, and it was 21-14. but Ottawa Hills would score the final 2 touchdowns of the first half. A Reddick Pillarelli 82-yard kickoff return extended it to 28-14. Edon would go 3 and out, and then Ottawa Hills would take advantage. A 66-yard drive in 7 plays. Chase Miller to Reddick Pillarelli on a 14-yard TD pass, and that made it 34-14. Some statistics from the first half as you look at what Ottawa Hills has done. They have 124 rush yards, 145 passing yards from Chase Miller, 269 total yards in that first half, as Miller went for, as far as his passing totals, he was 8 of 10. Very efficient first half for 145. And on the ground, Reddick Pillarelli ran or Rocco Pillarelli, I should say, ran 8 times for 48 yards, 3 carries for 60 yards for Chase Miller, and then 1 carry for 16 yards for Reddick Pillarelli. As we flip the script to what Edon has done in the first half with just a couple of touchdowns on the board, Kyler Sapp has been held to just 4 of 13. No, that's not the passing numbers. Let me find the passing numbers here. He's 22. I was going to say that can't be right. 22 of 30. So his efficiency and completion percentage continues for 170 yards through the air. The top target in that first half has been Max Radeball with 8 catches for 51 yards in the first half of play. 5 for 53 for Kendall Brigle, and of course, he has a touchdown reception in the first half. All of these numbers have added up, though, to an Ottawa Hills lead at the intermission, 34-14. Our main stops of Northwest Ohio halftime show will continue. We're going to step aside. We'll go back to studio with Ben Murray and check out scores around the area, and then we'll come back and talk playoff scenarios as the halftime show rolls on from Ottawa Hills in just a moment.
When the time comes for you to buy or sell a home, you need a realtor who is on your team, someone who will coach you through the buying and selling process and outline the strategy for you to have a successful transaction. That someone is Misty King from Amerimaid Realty. Misty has been a team player in the real estate industry for 23 years and has an award-winning reputation for getting good results. The Amerimaid Realty team is also a top-ranking team, and together they'll help you make a smooth move to your new home. So when it's time to buy or sell, give Misty King and the Amerimaid team a call at 419-633-4997 or visit them on the web at amerimaidhomes.com.
Your Williams County Health Department is here for you, providing essential services like immunizations, WIC nutritional programs, food safety inspections, and protecting drinking water. This is not a new tax. It's a renewal of the operational levy that helps keep our community safe and healthy. Voting yes on November 5th will ensure continued support without increasing your taxes. Please support your Williams County Health Department, paid for by the Williams County Combined Health District Levy Committee. Todd Burkholder, Treasurer.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. See Danielle Van Atta of Danielle Van Atta Agency today. She can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Phone Danielle Van Atta today at 419-636-0408.
With a check of your Week 10 halftime high school football scores presented by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio, the best stop is a Main Stop. I'm Ben Murray reporting live in studio. From Ottawa Hills High School with Andy Brigle tonight at half, Ottawa Hills is leading Edon by a score of 34-14. Other games to pass along to you in the GMC at half. Tenora is bombing Edgerton 21-0, while Fairview is leading Hicksville at half 12-6. Other games in the GMC, Wayne Trace is leading Ayersville 35-6. Paulding is leading Antwerp at half 34-0. Other games to pass along to you, Montpelier at the half is bombing Hilltop 33-6. Reading, Michigan is bouncing North Central 22-0. In the NWOAL at the half on our sister station, Q96.5 FM, Archibald has a 17-3 lead over Bryan. Liberty Center is bombing Wauseon at the half in the NWOAL, 45-0. Patrick Henry is bombing Swanton at the half, 33-0. Evergreen over Delta at the half, 14-7. Other games to pass along to you, Defiance at the half leads Ottawa Glandorf 8-3. In the Northwestern Conference, Columbus Grove is bombing Bluffton 28-0, and Marion Local is leading Coldwater at the half 21-0. Your halftime score in that one. I am going to, I'm going to send it back out to Ottawa Hills High School to Mr. Andy Brigle to continue our coverage of our halftime report presented by the Main Stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open, the best stop is a main stop in Northwest Ohio. For B-Rock Sports, this has been a check of your Week 10 halftime high school football scores. Back to Ottawa Hills with Andy Brigle next. I'm Ben Murray reporting. Stay with us.
Are you in the market for high-quality appliances and furniture? Look no further than DirectLink Appliance and Furniture. We have a wide selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, as well as service on all makes and models. DirectLink also carries Ashley Furniture and Jameson mattresses. And new to the store, Molecule mattresses, made right in Auburn, Indiana. Don't miss out on unbeatable prices and top-notch service on everything you need to turn your house into a home. Visit DirectLink Appliance and Furniture in Bryan today.
Congratulations, Bombers, from M&M Asphalt. If you're in need of a driveway or parking lot repaired, call M&M Asphalt in Edon. There's still time to get it done before the snow starts flying. Just call M&M Asphalt at 419-272-2054 and let the professionals take care of it for you. M&M Asphalt will get your drive or lot looking great with years of professional experience to do the job right. Call M&M Asphalt today, 419-272-2054. That's 419-272-2054. M&M Asphalt in Edon, wishing the Bombers good luck in tonight's game.
Locally owned and operated for 19 years, Edon Pizza is your best choice for the freshest pizza in the area. Call them at 419-272-2452 and order from a large variety of menu items, including pasta, calzones, wings, and of course, pizza and subs.
Downtown Bryan, Ohio has become quite the shopping destination in the past few years, thanks in part to Elian's Boutique, the Maddox Men's Emporium, and Faith and Grace Baby Boutique. These incredible stores offer something for everyone, featuring men's and women's apparel, newborn and kids apparel, maternity wear, specialty foods and drinks, barware, jewelry and accessories, giftable items, and much, much more. They're located on the east side of the square in downtown Bryan and open weekdays 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 3. So come to downtown Bryan, Ohio and visit the Elian's family of stores for all your shopping needs.
Welcome back out here as we roll on at halftime here in this one, and we promised you we'd talk some playoff football and some scenarios. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. Got to have the caffeine for the ride home tonight. So 34-14 our score here. Let's start in D3 and work our way down to Division 7. Defiant's the only area team, and it's a pretty simple scenario for them. If they win tonight and knock off Ottawa Glandorf, they'll get a home playoff game next week, and that would be the first home game in over 20 years. You got to go back to 2003. If they would lose tonight, well, it's road time more than likely for a third straight year for the Defiance Bulldogs. By the way, Ottawa Glandorf, well, let's check back out with Defiance. 100% chance, according to Drew Pasteur, who figures up all of the scenarios on percentage-wise for a home game if they win tonight in this one. They could winning, they'd go anywhere from 5 to 8. A loss would drop them anywhere to a 9 or a 10, and they have a lot of possible opponents. BG seems to be the heaviest likely and most likely opponent in a winning scenario. Going to Division 4 now, Ottawa Glandorf, a team we just talked about with Defiance, they've already clinched a playoff spot. They would likely get a home game with a win tonight over Defiance. Napoleon needs to win tonight to guarantee themselves a third straight playoff scenario, but it looks as if they are safe either way. 70% chance that they get in with a loss tonight, a 100% chance that they get in tonight with a win. However, seeding becomes a scenario for them where Napoleon could go as high as 11 with a win and give them a very manageable first-round opponent. If they lose tonight, there's an 80+% chance that they would get Sandusky Perkins, who is going to probably be the number 1 seed and the number 2 team in Division 4. In Division 5, there are 3 NWOAL teams there in Region 18, and they've all already clinched a spot in the postseason. Second, the number 2 ranked team in the state in Division 5, unbeaten Liberty Center, well on their way to another win. Winning tonight, there's an 86% chance that they will stay the 2 seed, and they wouldn't fall even, and they're not going to lose, but they wouldn't fall lower than a 3 anyways. So they're going to get 2 home playoff games in that scenario. Archibald, if they knock off Bryan tonight, Archibald would be going to 6-4. They can't get a home game either way tonight. They're going to be anywhere from that 10 to 12 spot. It looks like a ton of opponents are possible for them. Among them, Eastwood or Liberty Benton. Defiance. Delta is in. They have a 77% chance of getting that number 13 seed, which they would play more than likely Creston Norwayne in the number 4 seed position. Let's go to Division 6, Region 22, where half of the GMC teams fall into this positioning. Wayne Trace, a long shot, as they won't get anything in that win over Ayersville tonight. They have only a 1% chance, really, of getting in, and they're going to be 4-6. They're well on their way to a win tonight. Fairview and Tenora have clinched playoff spots. They're both looking for double bye scenarios tonight as they try to win their games, and they're both in control of their games right now. Paulding hadn't clinched, but they do have a 77% chance of getting in with a loss. Forget that. 99% they get in with a win, and they're rolling over Antwerp tonight. They can't get a home game, and they can't get any higher than an 11 seed with that Paulding win tonight over Antwerp. Tenora, if they do win tonight, they would earn the 4 seed and a double bye by beating Edgerton. Meanwhile, if Ottawa Hills would cough up this lead and lose tonight, and a Huron loss would drop Edison then, or Huron lost to 9-0 Edison would also play into the Tenora scenario. However, Tenora likely on the outside looking in no matter what. It's just a 26% chance of Tenora getting a double bye. They'll host next week, though. Fairview needing a win over Hicksville, and then they need a loss from 3 other schools to get a double bye. It's more, they would likely fall between a 5 and a 6 seed. DrewPasteur.com saying the Apaches 55% chance of getting the 6 seed. Tenora a 54% chance at the 5. It's possible for the Rams to earn the 4 and the Apaches a 5, which would mean a round 2 rematch, potentially, possibly, if both teams would win. Also in D6, Patrick Henry sitting atop the standings is locked between the 3 to 6 spots. That win that they're going to get tonight over Swanton, it's a 93% chance that they would get a double bye. So what's in store for Ottawa Hills tonight in Division 6? If they hang on in this game tonight, it will likely drop them to the 4 spot, but that still would mean a double bye for them. If Edon rallies tonight, the Green Bears would, in coupled with a Patrick Henry win, puts them in at number 3. Evergreen clinches a spot with a win over Delta tonight. That's why we said that was such an important game there in that scenario. So let's now go to Division 7, Region 26. Take Antwerp out of the equation because they're getting hammered. Edgerton's in. And they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now to some key players, but none bigger than Joel Walkup. But Edgerton's in. They had no chance at a home game. The highest possible spot they could get to, and that's now they've got to come back from 3 scores down to Tenora. The highest spot they would have gotten would be number 9. A loss tonight more than likely is going to lock Edgerton in, it looks like, the 13 seed with a loss. Drew Pasteur says it's an 83% chance that they wind up in that spot. So what's Edon's scenario? They, as we said, have already clinched. No matter what happens tonight, they have a home game next week. They would need to rally to get that double home win tonight. A loss here tonight would give them a 25% chance at a double, and it's more than likely that they're going to be in that 4 to 7 seed range, somewhere in there with a loss tonight. So those are some of the scenarios that are possible, the analytics behind it. Of course, games to be played out tonight. A couple games were played last night. Arlington, I know, won last night in high school football. And so there were some games that were held last night that played into things coming into tonight. We told you a couple of quick notes about Marion Local earlier in the broadcast about how they were going for 58 in a row. A couple of other quick notes from last week. In the WBNL, Van Wert staged one of the biggest rallies in school history. They were down 38-17 early in the fourth quarter, exploded for 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and rallied to win 45-44 over Kenton. Meanwhile, Wapak is having a great year. Wapakoneta, I know, a little farther away. Their junior quarterback, Caleb Moyer, has been dazzling all year. Dual threat, a true dual threat quarterback. 193 last week through the air, 138 on the ground. Just did a fabulous job for them last week. So just a couple of quick notes that we had that were provided to us from the OHSAA. We're going to step aside, take a break on the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Halftime report. When we come back, we'll talk second half of this one and some halftime adjustments for Ottawa Hills and Edon. The Green Bears firmly in control of this matchup of state-ranked teams where the TAC title's on the line. 34-14 Ottawa Hills. More to come when we come back.
Always supporting student athletes and coaches in the Edon School District, the Edon Athletic Boosters. The Edon Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to salute the student athletes and coaches in tonight's game. Hey, how would you like to be a part of the Edon Athletic Boosters? Come to a meeting and find out what they're all about. Maybe even volunteer at a concession stand. For more information, phone 419-272-3213. The Edon Athletic Boosters, supporting student athletes and coaches in Edon.
Family is at the heart of everything we do. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we understand that your family's needs evolve over time, and we're here to support you through every stage of your journey. Whether it's saving for your kids' education, upgrading to a larger home, or planning for retirement, we're here to help you prioritize what matters most. Join us at Midwest Community, and let's build a stronger financial future for your family. Visit us online at midwestcommunity.org to learn more today.
Back out here at Ottawa Hills High School as we are moving closer to the start of the second half. Again, Edon going to have the football first. Got to get something going on that first series here tonight, trailing 34-14, but can they come up with it? They have not come up with any kind of answer for Ottawa Hills when the Green Bears have had the football tonight. We talked in the pregame about those improvements that Edon had made throughout the course of this season defensively, but boy, they've been exploited tonight. Speed, you can't coach speed, and in a lot of instances, the Pillarelli speed has just killed Edon tonight. Athletes in space, we talked a lot about in the pregame who would be winning those one-on-one matchups, and so far tonight that edge has gone to Ottawa Hills as they have owned Edon in the first half of play. But Edon is a team that can score points in bunches and are very, very capable of rallying. They did it in the first, now not quite the deficit against Edgerton, not the same quality of opponent, nothing against the Bulldogs, but this is a different animal in what Ottawa Hills brings to the table. But don't go to sleep yet. Don't flip off radio dials yet. Edon's a team that can muster rallies and can find their way back, but got to start that climb back here in this first series, I think, of the second half, just to try to grab some confidence, just to try to grab some momentum, because most things have gone against them tonight because of the way Ottawa Hills has played. Ottawa Hills has done all of that in building this 34-14 lead here at the break. Your halftime show tonight been brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Don't forget they have Thirsty Thursday every Thursday, and always remember that the best stop is always a main stop. We'll keep you updated on games around the area tonight as the night rolls on, and of course when we are done here, it will be the Scoreboard Show presented to you by Midwest Community Federal Credit Union. Wayne Trace at the half has a 35-6 lead in their game with Ayersville this evening. Hard to believe we have hit week 10 for the most part. It has been a fall filled with amazing weather on Friday nights. They're at the 4:24 mark in the third quarter. Tenora's added a field goal, and they lead Edgerton 24-0 now in that one. So the Rams on their way to securing that outright GMC championship. Edon offensively tonight has gotten into the end zone on a Sapp to Brigle 15-yard TD pass, and then the Kyler Sapp 1-yard TD run for points tonight as well. Hey, again, a reminder that if you are a fan of Moe's Hoppers from Sam's Place in Blakesley, and if you've been there, who isn't a fan of Moe's Hoppers? They're now available, if you didn't know, in containers at multiple locations across Williams County. Cookies on Demand in Montpelier, the Ice House in Bryan, M&D Carryout in Edgerton, and the Edon main stop. That's Moe's Hoppers in containers at those 4 locations. If you can't get them at Sam's Place in Blakesley, that is the next best thing. But also a trip to Sam's Place would also do you well as well. 34-14, Ottawa Hills getting ready to start the second half as the captains are going to meet here. Ottawa Hills handling their senior night a little bit differently than what we're accustomed to. Most of them are in the pregame. We were talking up here in the booth how it got to be like 6:49, and we're like, nobody's lining up when they're going to do senior night, but they end up doing that, recognizing the senior night and their parents at halftime of this game here. 34-14. Ottawa Hills has never trailed in this one. They are owning their biggest lead of the night right now. Eli Dickman and Max Radebaugh going to go deep on this kick return for Edon. Edon will be moving left to right here in this third quarter of play. Kicking it away for the Green Bears is going to be Savio Diger, who is a freshman kicker. Ottawa Hills has a tradition of having good kicking game. Here's the kick from the 40-yard line, and away we go in the second half. Radebaugh sees it bounce at the 10, at the 5. That's not going to get into the end zone, and he has to go retrieve it at the 2. He's at the 5, and Radebaugh's only get it back to the 11-yard line. I think Max thought for sure that was going to bounce into the end zone, and when it just died at the 2 or 3, he had no option then but to scoop it up and do something with it, and got it out to the 11. So a deep start here for the Bombers to begin this second half drive. It'll be 2 receivers going to the left. 3 will flip over to the right, so that'll empty the backfield here for Edon on 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Press coverage, man-to-man from Ottawa Hills. Firing far side, it is incomplete. Sapp wanted to get it to Brigle, but maybe short-armed that a little bit as Chase Miller was running stride for stride with Brigle down that far sideline, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Edon left to right, hash mark far side on this possession and in this quarter. 34-14 Ottawa. If you're just joining us here in the TAC title game, these 2 meeting for a 3rd consecutive year. 3 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. A running back in the backfield, that's Hulbert. They'll start him in motion to the near side. Sapp under some pressure. Sapp gets away. There's penalty markers down. Sapp still being chased. He's back at the 5, and he's going to go down on the play. Sack on the far side by Pillarelli and company. It's going to be a hold. I think Ottawa Hills refuses that. I don't know why you would accept it. You've gotten the sack and the down. There's no reason to accept this penalty, and they don't. And now it'll be 3rd and long as they were chasing Sapp. He was running for his life before he was thrown down back at the 5-yard line. So now a 3rd and 16 for Edon back at their own 5. Nightmare start for Edon to the second half here. Trailing 34-14, 5 wide look on a 3rd and 16 at the 5-yard line. 3 receiver set to the right. Deuces to the left. Back to throw from his own end zone is Sapp. Throws an out route to Hulbert. Can he make a one-on-one move? Doesn't matter. He didn't catch it. Falls incomplete. Didn't look it in. Was turning upfield before Reddick Pillarelli was coming to get him. And exactly what you didn't want to have happen. Not only do you have a 3 and out, but now you're punting from deep in your end zone, and Ottawa Hills is going to get terrific field position. They've been directionally punting away from Reddick Pillarelli. Reddick has taken one back. That was a kick return for 80-plus yards for a score. Sapp a couple of yards away from being in the back, out of the back of the end zone, but a good snap, no pressure. They set up a return. Sapp kicking it away. Great directional punt again. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Terrific boot of 47 yards and no return. But it'll be a first down and 10 for Ottawa Hills near midfield. 34-14 Green Bears as they get their hands on the football first here in the second half. See where they officially spotted it out of bounds at midfield. So it'll be a 45-yard punt and the no return from the 50. Miller has Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. 2 receivers and a wing to the left. 1 receiver to the right side. Miller in the gun. Miller gives to Rocco Pillarelli. He'll bounce it to the right. Not going to get anything. He'll get forward progress, gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be second down and 10. Braden Worley led the charge to bring him down. Second and 10 from midfield. 34-14 Green Bears on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. A little more than a minute into this second half. Ottawa Hills punted on their first drive, and they've scored every other possession. Now, one of those scores was a kickoff return, but when they've had the ball offensively after that first possession, they've scored. And they were going to fake the jet sweep, and an official's timeout was whistled. That side judge tapped himself when he said his whistle. Was it an inadvertent whistle?
Somebody's knees aren't covered up. That's the second time you've done that. Isn't that a penalty after 2?
Reddick Pillarelli will leave. He'll be replaced by Trace Douglas. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 50. We're ready to put it into play now. Wing and a receiver to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. A little spin reverse again. Rollout here. Miller dumps it. Thrown a little bit behind the intended target, Zapersky, but he brings it in and then breaks out of a Carter Stanky tackle and is going to rumble down the near sideline for a first down near the 35-yard line. They'll spot him at the 37, so 13 on the pass play on that little swing screen. Running clock game over in West Unity. Montpelier 40 and Hilltop 6. So Montpelier going to end the year on a high note and have the brass spittoon. That's a Hip Klotz game that was set up as a trophy game since Coach Klotz, the late Hip Klotz, coached at both of those school districts. First and 10, Ottawa Hills at the 37-yard line. High snap, but it's caught. Miller hands to Rocco Pillarelli. Stood up by Gage Nestor, Parker Kelly, and then the rest of the cavalry, and another no gain on the play. It will be second down and 10. Or did they? Yeah, second and 10. They gave him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. So second and 10 at the 37-yard line of Edon.
All right, 1 yard. No, it's still on the 37. Well, all right. Yeah.
34-14, Green Bears on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. We're here early in the third quarter. 9:40 to go in this third quarter. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. 2 receivers left and to the right. Miller wants to throw, but false start on Ottawa Hills. So now it will be second down and 15. A choppy start for the Green Bears here on their first possession of the second half. That'll bring them back to the 47-yard line. Edon entering this game 9-0. Ottawa Hills 7-1. Both of them 3-0 in the TAC. Second down and 15 from the 42-yard line. 2 receivers right, 3 to the left. You don't see Ottawa Hills go 5 wide all that often, but they are here on second and 15. Miller, quick screen far side, put it in a Pillarelli hand. It's Rocco, sideline right. He is gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Quick screen, quick burst. See you later, Rocco Pillarelli. 42 yards on the screen to the far side. Great block to spring him, and then again the ultimate decide, and Bob Olin has just gotten a penalty. He thought a hold should have been called on that outside. They're going to say it's a sideline warning, so it won't be anything assessed. But he was making sure that he got every piece of that ear and both ears of that side judge, thinking that there should have been a hold called on that far side. 42-yard TD pass in the books. And you never thought in this game, in this season, that we would even whisper the words running clock. But we're have a possibility. They're going to run a 2-point try out of this. No swinging gate. It's a direct snap to Nick Anderson, who rumbles in. Edon a little confused on what's going on, and the score is Ottawa Hills. Green Bears continue their scoring deluge. 42-14, Ottawa Hills. 9:03 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back.
Your friends at your neighborhood Edon Farmers Co-op Country Store would like to invite you to stop in at the Edon, Montpelier, and Edgerton stores to check out their complete line of pet supplies, animal feed, and outdoor products. Their friendly, knowledgeable staff is ready to answer all of your questions concerning their complete line of Kalmbach, Land O'Lakes, and much, much more. For your convenience, your purchase can be carried to your vehicle by one of their employees. Be sure to stop by soon and see them at your hometown country store, the Edon Farmers Co-op.
No, he gave you 15 years.
Welcome back out here to Ottawa Hills High School, where the Green Bears have added to their lead. End of 3. Boy, what was supposed to be one of the games of the night down in the Northwest Conference, Columbus Grove is the cream of the crop in our region in Division 7. I want to preface that. They are really good. They're the best team. They're a regional finalist team that I foresee happening. I say in our region because Marion Local is going to be in their way somewhere. But Grove is absolutely blitzing Bluffton 42-0. Who would have guessed that to be a running clock game? End of 3, Defiance up 15-3. And that penalty, it was not a sideline warning as much as it was Bob got that penalty for unsportsmanlike or whatever you want to refer to it in getting into the ears of that side judge, because the kickoff, the penalty was assessed 15 yards, the kickoff happened, and then Edon with a fair catch at the 20-yard line. So Edon will have a 1st and 10 there. At 42-14, our score. 3 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Now Edon's just looking, can they get something positive? This second half, got to start building momentum for next week. Catch by Max Radeball on a little hitch route. Bangs his way for 10 out to the 30-yard line. He'll be brought down by Chase Miller and also Rocco Pillarelli. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 42-14, Green Bears here on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Breaking the huddle, 3 receivers come right, 2 receivers left. That'll empty the backfield for Sapp. 4 down linemen for Ottawa Hills. Sapp looks, fires over the middle, picked off, intercepted on the play. It's picked by Nick Anderson. Anderson returns it to the 18-yard line. I don't think Kyler ever saw him. Anderson settled in underneath the receiver and just did a great job of reading Kyler Sapp's eyes. Found the football, and it was one of those times where Ottawa Hills went zone coverage, and he just settled in, and just the 3rd pick of the season thrown by Kyler Sapp, but it's returned by Ottawa Hills to the 20-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. A wing and a receiver left. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Rocco Pillarelli in the backfield. Reddick comes in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Miller on the run to the 15. Tripped up there. Brought down at the 14-yard line. Carter Stanky made the tackle. It's a gain of 6, though, for Miller. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. 4th quarter, 24-0. Tenora continuing to lead over Edgerton in that one. They officially give Miller 5 as they place it at the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 15. Green Bears moving right to left, up 42-14, 7:40 and counting to play in the first half. And again, a score here puts the running clock in motion. Play clock at 4, at 3. Miller gets the snap now. He'll keep it on the zone read. Tried to get outside, got away from Holbert, dumps it underneath. Pass is going to be caught for a short gain of 2 on the play. Reception made by Teddy Zapersky. Zapersky has played really well tonight for Ottawa Hills. It'll be a 3rd and 4 from the 14-yard line. 3rd down and 4 from the 14. 4-down territory, probably, although they do have a kicker. He could make this, which would be about a 31 or 2-yard field goal. Play clock at 9 here in this snap. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. A little spin roll out again for Miller. Miller ducks away from pressure. He'll throw it incomplete. Off the fingertips on the underneath route to Nick Anderson. Kendall Brigle had coverage. And now the Edon defense has a chance to get off the field here on a 4th down coming up. It looks as if the offense going to stay out there. And Miller is walking away a little gingerly. I think he took a shot on that rollout. Brandon Carter might want to think about a timeout here because they haven't gotten into any kind of a huddle, and they're at 12 on the play clock. It's a 4th down and 4 coming up, and I don't know if he sees it yet. 6:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Play clock at 3. Oh, they raised the play clock.
Why is he resetting the play clock?
So they have reset the play clock. So that snaps on the turf, and Miller just gets on it, and they'll lose 8 yards on the play.
Reset the clock. Do it again.
So the snap will go at the feet of Miller, who I still think was shaken up a little bit as he went back to the huddle. And Brandon Carter, I'm not sure if he saw it or not, but either way, the low snap, Miller couldn't do anything. He just fell on it, and Edon will get a stop defensively on that set of downs. 1st and 10, Edon now at their own 21-yard line. Trailing 42-14, 6:35 remaining in this 3rd quarter. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes some press coverage, man-to-man. Fired by Sapp, far side. Brigle with a catch, stretches across the 30. He'll get about 8 or 9. Miller made the stop. It'll be 2nd and short for the Green Bears. You're listening to Week 10 football on WBNO FM in Bryan. OG has answered. It's Defiance 15, Ottawa Glandorf 10. Again, home game or away game? The difference in that one for Defiance, for sure. A win gets them a home game. 2nd down and 1 from the 30. Sapp, under a little pressure, flush to the right, has to throw that one away. Coming with the heat that time was Adam Pfizer. We called his name a lot last week against Montpelier, not so much this week, but did a good job there giving chase. And now it will be 3rd and 1 for Edon at the 30-yard line. Maybe even a little, yeah, it's a full yard. 3rd and 1. 2-by-2 look receiver-wise. Holbert in the backfield on this 3rd down and 1 just across the 30-yard line. Sapp pulls it and has the 1st down as he stretches it out to about the 34-yard line. Battles his way there. Brought down on the play by Christian Craver. Gain of 3 on that play, so 1st and 10 Bombers. Trailing 42-14 in this TAC title game, matchup of state-ranked teams. 5.5 to go, 3rd quarter. 3 receivers, and correction, 4 receivers right, 1 receiver to the left side on this 1st down and 10. Sapp, pressure coming immediately and bringing the heat off the edge. One of the rare blitzes coming home and getting there is Rocco Pillarelli. Unblocked off that far side. A sack and a loss back to the 25-yard line. That'll be a 9-yard loss. Kyler Sapp had No shot at that one. Once Pillarelli was unblocked, here comes the speed. Kyler tried to twist free, but there was other help coming from the Green Bears to clean everything up. The loss on the play makes it 2nd down and 19 now for Edon back at the 25-yard line. 5 wide look, trips to the right, twins to the left. Sapp to throw, far side, tipped and caught off the deflection by Owens. He'll get 2 off the tip pass. So now it's 3rd down and 17. From the 28-yard line. This 3rd down and 17. 4th quarter, Archbold 31, Bryan 10. Long year for former Edon head coach Scott Staten. They're going to be a 1-9 team this season with that loss that's going to happen to Archbold. So 3rd and long. Sapp with a 5 wide look. Slings it near side. It's caught. And out to the 40-yard line goes Hulbert. He'll have 12, but he needed 16. And you're down 42-14. I got to believe that the Edon offense stays out here now. With, a quarter and 3 minutes and 45 seconds to play, and you're down 4 touchdowns. Yes, it will be the offense staying out there. So a 4th and 4 for Edon at their own 40. Trips to the left. Twins to the right, empty backfield. 4th down and 4, Edon. Jumping across Ottawa Hills, and Zapersky knew it immediately. Edon just stole a 1st down on the hard count by Kyler Sapp. So 1st and 10 Bombers out to their own 45-yard line. Don't forget again when we're done tonight, the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard show coming your way till somewhere in the neighborhood, 10:30, depending on when this thing wraps up. Plenty of games to get your way as they go final here tonight. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. 1 running back is Hulbert. Dickman in motion to the far side of the field. 1st and 10 at the 45. Little slant route. It's behind Owens and incomplete. Again, Ottawa Hills is picking and choosing their spots for some blitzes. Sometimes they're rushing just the 3 and 4, and sometimes they're bringing late pressure. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 45-yard line. 3:01 to go in the 3rd. 42-14, Ottawa Hills. Play action fake. Sapp with some more pressure, and Pfizer was coming. It's incomplete. Not much he could do on that play because Pfizer was busting through. Tonight, one of the keys, even with all these athletes, who's going to win up front? And more times than not tonight, obviously, in a 42-14 game, that has been the Green Bears. Never have trailed in this thing. 3rd and 10, Edon at their 45-yard line. 5 receiver look. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. 4 down linemen for Ottawa Hills. They all are rushing. Inside, almost picked off by Reddick Pillarelli. He jumped the route for Hulbert and was already high-stepping it toward the end zone, but Reddick forgot one thing, and that was the football. And it'll be 4th and 10. And on 4th and 10, they will punt it. Or at least show that they're going to punt it from their own 45-yard line. Ottawa Hills doesn't believe it. They're not sending anybody back. Sapp will kick it away. And he spirals a beauty. Hits at the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Got into the end zone. 55 on the punt. And no return. As we keep it right here, Ottawa Hills. The touchback will bring it out to the 20-yard line. Patrick Henry, 39. Swanton, nothing. That's a running clock game now in the 4th quarter of play. First down and 10, Ottawa Hills with 2:42 left. Green Bears stopped on their last drive on downs, a drive that they started at the Edon 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Ottawa Hills now from their own 20. Miller brings Reddick Pillarelli in motion. That's a high snap, puts it in the belly of Rocco Pillarelli. Look out, off the right side 30. There's a marker down, though. This 80-yard touchdown's probably coming back. And I mean, he was gone as soon as he hit the line of scrimmage. Edon dodges a humongous bullet if it is a hold, and it is. And that, you make the argument, that's why he was gone at the point of attack immediately. I didn't see if it was an obvious hold or not. My goodness, those kids are fast in space. You talk to coaches who say when they scout them, they can see that speed. It's just different than when you see it live. Rocco and Reddick are both just possess that explosiveness and that burst. They see a crease, and they are a home run threat every time they touch it. But this one erased by the holding penalty. So now it will be 1st and 20 for Ottawa Hills, back at their own 10-yard line. Up 42-14 with 2:28 to play in the third quarter. Edon came in at 9-0 on the year. Ottawa Hills 7-1. Receiver coming left for the Green Bears. They'll bunch 3 receivers to the right side and now bring Reddick Pillarelli in motion. A quarterback sweep for Miller at the 10, at the 15. Steps out of a Brigle attempted tackle, gets across the 25, out to the 27 or 8-yard line. Got almost the lost yardage back and then some. I mean, he did get the lost yardage back, but got almost enough for the first down on 1st and 20. He got out to the 27-yard line, so 17 on the run. And now it'll be 2nd down and 3 from the 27-yard line. Liberty Center has won 52-0 over Wauseon to complete the perfect season, and Grove completes the perfect season. Columbus Grove 42-0 over Bluffton. High snap again to Miller. He'll keep it and bounce to the right. 30, 35, 40, and runs out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Miller, a kid, he may get lost in the shuffle, and now Nestor and Zapersky away from the football. Gage Nestor let his emotions play him. I hear the Foz's sage words in my ear. Play with emotion, but don't let emotions play with you. And Gage Nestor let that happen right there on the near side with Zapersky. So a run out to the 43-yard line. Then you add 15 to the end of that, or did they call offsetting? They called offsetting. I stand corrected. It wasn't just Gage Nestor. It was Zapersky as well. So they say it's on both of them. Edon's already thought it was just on them. They're already down near the 35-yard line, but it's an offsetting penalty. So it was a run of 16 for Miller, and then no penalty assessed on the play because it's offsetting penalties. So it was not just Gage Nestor. When I looked up, it was Gage, but Gage was engaging with Zapersky, who had already done something evidently that I did not see because it had already happened. The officials saw it and gave both of them 15-yard penalties, but again, as they said, they offset, so 1st and 10, Green Bears at their own 43-yard line. You just feel like they are ready. I mean, they've already busted one that was called back 80 yards for a touchdown. And they're just getting chunk yardage every play. You just feel like they are going to the end zone every time they touch the football right now because of the explosive plays that have already happened. Brandon Carter, I think, thought it was just a penalty also on Gage Nestor. He's getting that explanation. Wayne Trace is knocked off Ayersville. That's gone final, 48-13. Ton of games that are blowouts tonight, including games that we thought were big games.
They're questioning the spot, like you said, Joe.
So now the discussion continues. Are they keeping it there at the 43? It looks like they are. And ready to put this thing into play here. 1st down and 10. Again, it was an offsetting penalty. So it should just be where that play ended, and that's where it is. They wind the clock now. We roll down toward a minute to play. Man in motion to the far side. Hand off to Rocco Pillarelli, looking for a crease. He's at the 45. He is out at the 50. He's dragging 4 Bombers with him down to the 44-yard line. So not just the speed, a little strength there from Pillarelli to rumble for 12 and a first down. But a marker, and Ottawa Hills guilty of another hold on this drive. So now it will be first down and 20. Fairview up 34-12 early in the fourth quarter over the Aces. So now back to the 34-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. Back at their own 34. Hash mark far side, under a minute to play in this third quarter. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Another empty look here for Ottawa Hills on first and 20. Ottawa Hills got a man wide open, caught by Snyder. Anderson, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. No flags on this one. Carter Stanky bit on the hitch and go, and touchdown Ottawa Hills, Nick Anderson, 67 yards.
67 yards on the touchdown.
And now we have a running clock game at 48-14. Ottawa Hills, if they don't want to kick this extra point, I mean, they could conceivably wait till the start of the fourth. And they may not get the snap off anyways because it's down to 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think they did just beat it. Low snap, and the extra point is no good. Timing of that completely thrown off because the holder, Anderson, who may have been gassed from just catching and running for a touchdown, and now we have an injured Green Bear down as the third quarter comes to an end. 3 in the books here at Ottawa Hills tonight, where the Green Bears are rolling in this one. We go to the fourth, 48-14, Ottawa Hills. You're listening to Week 10 high school football on B-Rock Sports.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
The weather is turning the corner, and it's a great time to freshen up the outside of your home with Clark & Kensington Paint from Donaldson's Ace Hardware on North Union Street in Bryan. You'll find all you need at Donaldson's, from brushes and rollers to the best paint on the market. Clark & Kensington. It's ultra durable, resists cracking, peeling, and flaking, provides mold and mildew resistant finish with VOC, and it can be applied in temperatures as low as 35 degrees. So finish up your painting projects with paint from Donaldson's Ace Hardware in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
48-14, our score here. Ottawa Hills with the lead, is at least the start of this fourth quarter will be a running clock. Edon will have the football, and if they would happen to score, that would take us back to quote-unquote normal football game rules for time. End-over-end kick going to be caught by Gage Nestor back at the 13, and he slides across the 25-yard line. Going to be tripped up on the play. Special teams at play by Riker Pillarelli. First and 10, Edon there. By the way, 21 unanswered. Make that 27 unanswered by Ottawa Hills since it was a 21-14 game. First and 10, Edon. They'll start this drive at their own 26-yard line. Well, if you're Edon, you flush this thing fast, and you get ready for Week 11. You come in, you have a home playoff game. You are still a 9-1 football team, still a talented team. Ottawa Hills has proven to just not be a good matchup for Edon, and the proof is there for 3 straight years. Sapp over the middle finds Dickman for a catch out near midfield. Eli Dickman, a good grab in traffic, picks up 25 on the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 Edon at midfield. You wait and see who your opponent is now. Where do you fall as far as the computer points are concerned? Like I said, you flush this fast. I don't know what you can. You're going to watch film probably, but mentally you got to flush it fast. Ottawa Hills will take this momentum into another week. A run and nothing doing for Hulbert. Zapersky and Craver and a lot of other black and green jerseys coming home. That's a loss. Forward progress is going to be at the 45, so it's -5 on the run, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. 48-14, Ottawa Hills, inside of 10 minutes left in this thing. Actually, they moved it up. They said forward progress was 48-yard line, so -2, not -5. 2nd and a dozen for the Bombers at their own 48-yard line. Trips to the right, 2 receivers come left, so an empty look for Kyler Sapp. 3 down linemen and then an edge rusher on the far side, so 4 linemen for Ottawa Hills. Sapp wants to throw that tunnel screen. It is going to be caught by Willis. He's banged to the turf immediately by Adam Pfizer, and now markers are down kind of behind the play after he picked up 4 on the play. And it's signaled it's going to go against Edon. So 2nd and even longer now. It's going to be a hold against Edon, who will leave here 9-1 and 3-1 in the TAC. Ottawa Hills going to move and finish at 8-1 in the regular season, and they'll be winning the Toledo Area Athletic Conference for a 3rd consecutive year. And they'll get ready, like Edon, for a home game next week right back here, and have the chance at a double home because more than likely they are going to be a top 4 seed with this win tonight. 48-14, 8.5 to play as the clock continues to tick. 2 receivers both ways. 1 running back is Hulbert. Sapp on a wheel route for Rada ball, broken up by Rocco Pillarelli. That was a really good defensive play by Rocco Pillarelli. You hear a lot about Rocco in the backfield and on the ground game, but you flip him over to the defensive side, and he's equally as good there, but gets more pub for running the football. 3rd and long. 3rd and 23 from the 37-yard line. Inside of 8 minutes to go in this one. I think that's the biggest thing for Edon, is, as we said, just get rid of this fast. Remember that you're a good football team. Focus on what you do well. You have a new opponent next week. We have a timeout on the field here with 7:41 to play. More on that and the finish of this when we roll back here to Ottawa Hills. 48-14. Green Bears on their way to a 3rd straight TAC title.
Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger have served Northwest Ohio for over 120 years. They provide a full range of legal services, including real estate transactions, estate planning and trust administration, elder law, family law, business planning and litigation, personal injury, workers' comp, criminal and traffic defense, and more. Newcomers Schaefer, Spangler, and Brininger also supports the athletes in schools in Northwest Ohio and wish them the best of luck in this game.
Andy Brigle back with you here at Ottawa Hills. 7:41 left in this one. 48-14, Green Bears. Sign of things to come for the night for them. You know, you look back, 2020 hindsight, Miller exploding for a 67-yard TD run on what was their 4th snap of the game. They went 3 and out to start the game. Edon followed it up with a 3 and out. And then Ottawa Hills on that 2nd series, Chase Miller exploded 67 yards for a score, and it's been all Green Bears since then. Edon answered them a couple of times to get it to 1-score and 2-score games, but haven't scored in a while. Out of the timeout now, Sapp to throw. Zapersky coming off the edge. Down the middle, Brigle goes up, tipped away by Reddick Pillarelli, who almost then tipped it to himself as it falls incomplete. again, looking deep. Kyler Sapp now, I mean, you're at the point where you just take chances. 7 and change to play in this one, and now you have a 4th and 23 for Edon back at their 37-yard line. Sapp to punt it. Delta and Evergreen are in overtime, tied at 14. Remember, Evergreen, according to the calculations, needed that one. So some anxiety in that one for Vikings fans with a shot at the playoffs against one of their big rivals in Delta. A Sapp kick that will roll dead at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Ottawa Hills, and they have a chance here to maybe kill this thing here possession-wise with that clock moving. Archibald we knew they were going to win, but it's gone final as they bomb Bryan 45-10 tonight. First and 10, Green Bears at their own 23. I was looking to see, regular players are all out there. Edon has substituted, and that's a wise move. You have a playoff game next week. There's nothing to be gained in a 48-14 game, and there's only bad things that can happen now. Get all those kids out that are going to play next week, and they should never see the field the rest of the night now. And it looks as if that's the intent. Miller gives to Rocco Pillarelli, and Pillarelli is at the 30, he's at the 40, he's at the 50, and he's going to be in the end zone. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Rocco Pillarelli, 77 yards for the score. And the exclamation point touchdown at 54-14.
A 77-yard touchdown run.
Now the extra point attempt is coming. Delta has scored in that first possession of the night. The extra point is good. 55-14. So Delta leads Evergreen 21-14 is the score there in that one. We're going to step aside, take a break. Back for the finish in a moment.
Hello, this is Stacey Swery with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe Insurance Agency. In these unsettling times, peace of mind is more important than ever. At Andrews O'Neill & Lowe, we're here to support you with integrity and care, ensuring you have the coverage you need. Whether it's protecting your home, auto, or business, our dedicated team is committed to your peace of mind. Partnering with Auto Owners Insurance, we offer top-tier coverage and exceptional service you can rely on. Experience the comfort of knowing you're protected with Andrews O'Neill & Lowe and Auto Owners Insurance. Visit AndrewsO'NeillandLowe.com or call today.
Looking for filler. 4:38 remaining in this one. 55-14. Ottawa Hills with this one on their way to a third title in a row in the Toledo Area Athletic Conference. Won last year 54-7. This one, I have to admit, didn't see coming at all. Not necessarily surprising that Ottawa Hills won. I mean, I thought it was much, and most people thought this was so evenly matched. I came in giving the edge to Edon in this one. Not surprising necessarily that Ottawa Hills won, but in the kind of throttling and dominant fashion that they have won this thing tonight. Short return for Kendall Brigle near the 35-yard line. And Ottawa Hills has spent a timeout here as they huddle up some of their 2s and 3s to come out there and play now. We'll stay right here. Again, when we're done, the Midwest Community Federal... I'll tell you what, though, let's take a quick break. It might be our final timeout that we take. So we'll take a commercial timeout here. 30-second timeout, back in a moment.
Good luck tonight to all the area athletes. Hard quality work means a lot to an athlete and to everyone at Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer. Peltz is in the business of working hard for you. Whether you need something as simple as a 2x4 or all the materials for your new home or pole barn, Peltz Lumber has what you need and will deliver it to you in a timely fashion. Hard work and quality materials is what you'll find at Peltz, and hard work on the field and in practices are what makes these area teams great. Good luck tonight from Peltz Lumber Company in Montpelier and Pioneer, building for a new generation.
Welcome back out here as the snap happens. Short gain for Edon on the play. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 with a gain of 3 on that run. Edon has at quarterback now Corbin Olds. In the backfield with him is Parker Moyer. 2 receivers both ways. Both teams now, all 2s and 3s. Basically your JV squads out there now as Edon bringing play clock all the way down. There's a give to Moyer. Moyer at the 40, at the 45, dancing near midfield. There's going to be a face masking penalty that will add as Parker Moyer running hard gets 11 out to midfield, and you can tack 15 on to that more than likely on a personal foul face mask. Ottawa Hills trying to corral Moyer, who is just a freshman. Is he really 5'5", Joe? That's right. He's a little taller than that. Your program height and weight is supposed to help you, not hurt you, so he should be.
I would have thought he was taller than
Okay, gain of 15 to the 35. I always love, especially you get into basketball season, I love those program heights. When you look at a kid and you're like, I know he's like 5'10", and they got him on the program like 6'1" or something. Come on, dudes. 1st and 10. Now, Matt doesn't do that. I don't think Matt Ribke does that at Edon. He does not stretch his height and weights by any means. 1st and 10, Edon down to the 35. We're down to 2 and change remaining in this one. 55-14, Green Bears. To be determined opponents for both these teams. Everybody's going to know officially by Sunday, but unofficially you'll know your opponents, if not late tonight, or if there's some people logging in at 3 a.m. to see what's going on, you'll know tomorrow for sure who the unofficial opponent will be. As Olds runs off the left side for positive yardage, a gain of 3 on that play. It'll be 2nd down and long coming up here. Delta and Evergreen are heading to a 2nd overtime in Fulton County as Evergreen has answered the Delta score. So it's 21 apiece in that game. That's been perhaps the game of the night in terms of competitiveness. A lot of games that we've heard. I mean, obviously this one turned non-competitive as the night rolled on, but a lot of games that we thought were going to be pretty good ones. Olds to throw, screen far side through the hands of Landon Reitzel. Tenora officially has won that thing over Edgerton 24-0. Congratulations to the Rams. So you've got Tenora, the GMC champ. Liberty Center is the NWOAL champ again. WBL champ, I think, is Wapakoneta. And then the TAC title is going to Ottawa Hills for a 3rd straight year. One more snap in this game with a running clock will do it. Edon going to leave here 9-1, a home playoff game next week. Ottawa Hills, the champs in the TAC, at 4-0, and they'll finish 8-1 on the year as Olds throws a screen here to the near side. Jackson Klinger drops it, and that drop brings us down to 20 seconds left in this game. Big thanks to Bob Olin and Brandon Carter for their help in prepping us for this one tonight. Again, congratulations to Ottawa Hills in wrapping up their 3rd consecutive TAC title tonight. As we quickly recap what happened, Chase Miller to Rocco Pillarelli, 43 yards. Miller to Teddy Zapersky on a 1-yard touchdown pass. Reddick Pillarelli had an 82-yard kick return. Then it was Miller to Reddick Pillarelli for a 14-yard TD pass. Miller to Rocco Pillarelli for a 42-yard TD pass. Miller to Anderson, 67 yards on a TD pass. And Rocco Pillarelli, a 77-yard run to complete all of the scoring. Edon had scores tonight. Sapp to Kendall Brigle. Kyler Sapp to Kendall Brigle, 15 yards on a TD pass. And Sapp on a 1-yard TD run. Our best one tire and service, best play of the game tonight. We're going to go with the Reddick Pillarelli 82-yard kickoff return for the touchdown. Again, our final score tonight is Ottawa Hills 55 and Edon 14. We're going to take a final quick break, and then it's right into the studio with Ben Murray and the Midwest Community Federal Credit Union Scoreboard Show. Thanks to the crew here at Ottawa Hills for taking care of us as we came here tonight to do this one. Thanks to all of our terrific sponsors and listeners to the broadcast tonight. We hope you can join me next week as I'll be in Edon for playoff football. It's the first round of the OHSAA playoffs. Edon hosting an opponent that will be determined over the weekend. 55-14 Green Bears. So long, everybody, from Metro Toledo.